Welcome to Casters and Castles, Descent into Avernus. My name is Joseph, aka Tormented by Gnomes. We are back with episode 2, and I am joined by Echofoot, Ninja Man Matt, Shmei, and Nick. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Yay! Yay!
I have been waiting for this.
Yep. In case you're joining us for the first time, this is a continuation of a campaign I'm running with these folks. They're some of my old friends from basically all my life, but specifically from my old Overwatch team, Team Moosey Fate. And we're running through Descent into Avernus, which is the latest official Dungeons & Dragons campaign. So this is side content from the rest of the channel, and it's running on a very intermittent schedule, but we've been having fun, so we're going to keep going with it. When we last left our heroes, they were in the city of Baldur's Gate. The nearby city of Elturel, capital of the Holy Kingdom of Elturgard, has vanished, leaving behind nothing but a crater. And refugees are streaming from the Kingdom of Elturgard, seeking refuge in Baldur's Gate, a city of scum and villainy. They've been held away at the front gate, and the mercenary army that protects the law and order in Baldur's Gate... The mercenary army that protects Baldur's Gate, the Flaming Fist, has drafted our 4 heroes into service. While the Flaming Fist maintains order in the city, our heroes are sent to hunt down the cultists of the Dead Three, gods who have persecuted and, what's the word I'm looking for? Troubled Baldur's Gate for hundreds of years. They've been committing murder sprees, taking advantage of the chaos in the city, and it's up to our heroes to stop them. In their last adventure, they sought out Tarina, a spy in the Elf Song Tavern, who might know where the Dead Three's cultists are hiding. She offered them information, but only if they would protect her from a pirate captain who had it out for her. They did battle with the pirate captain, first talking him down inside the inn itself, learning that apparently Tarina had stolen some of his treasure and fled as a former member of his crew. They then tracked him and his crew to their ship, which they proceeded to attempt to ambush, ended up burning it down, nearly died in the process, but Crozan, the dwarf wrestler, dragged the pirate captain onto the docks in a state of uncertain life or death. And on their way, they managed to squeeze one of the pirates for information before they left, indicating that the cult of the Dead Three is hiding out in a bathhouse nearby. That's where we left off our heroes.
And now we are ready to gloriously go into the underbelly of Baldur's Gate.
Indeed. So,
And get shanked.
and maybe get shanked a little bit. It happens.
Yeah, what was the name you gave us, Gnomes? You were calling us the soon-to-be-dead.
Yeah, well, you're hunting the minions of the Dead Three. You're the soon-to-be-dead 4. You know.
Yep, that makes sense. I love it.
Here we go again.
Actually, I'm gonna pop up the map of Baldur's Gate. So,
Oh shit, here we go.
point. So, you are here.
But soon you will not be
will not be here. So you are in the city of Baldur's Gate, not far from the Elf Song Tavern, by the docks, where the remnants of a flaming ship are going down, sinking into the harbor, to the general distress of the merchant population of the city, as now there's a flaming carcass of a ship that could pose a hazard to commerce. Crozan, you are coming down from your barbarian rage. You've got the captain by the scruff. His lungs are full of water. You're not sure if he's alive or dead. What do you do?
I would like to... Coming down from rage, right? That's what you just said. Slap him around a bit. See if he wakes up.
All right.
What should that be? Strength?
Yeah, roll strength check.
Strength saving throw. That's what I'm going about doing that. I'll just roll that.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. You shake him around, he coughs up some of the water, and he seems to be breathing, if barely. He is alive.
Ah. What shall we do, fellow travelers?
Well, we can either rectify that, or we can bring it back for Tarina to figure out.
Ooh.
That might be
I like
better.
your line of thinking only because more GP in my back pocket.
Yeah, I'm down with the squeezing him thing, and then maybe squeezing him until he stops breathing thing.
Which, by the way, guys, can you imagine the look on the 8 guys who took up our priest's, coupon special when they come back to where the ship was, like an hour from now?
Oh yeah, where we gave the local hoochie house some money to give them a discount.
Uh-huh.
Oh
They're
no,
gonna be like,
not
"Oh
again.
yes, Mark, let's go have a great time. Oh yes, Steve, this will be wonderful." 2 hours later, oh my god, is that a flaming carcass I see out in the harbor that used to be our ship?
I think
Speaking of
I
which,
smell
is there any way
something
we can make
burning.
sure
No.
this ship sinks a little bit faster so it doesn't hit any of the merchant commerce? Because that could burn the entire city down.
I mean, what do you have in
Okay.
mind to accomplish that? It's not like it's gonna run into anybody. It's sinking at the just off the dock. It's not gonna
Okay,
collide
it'll be fine then.
just
It'll
yet.
be
It's just
fine.
posing a possible it's congratulations. There's an artificial reef for a little while.
That's future selves problem.
That sounds like a problem
yeah.
for future us, not present
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I'm cool with that then. All right, so let's figure out where this dude's treasure is and then kill him.
Well,
I mean,
what's your alignment again?
lawful good. I mean, give him a hug.
Yeah.
A very strong hug.
Oh, wait, are you seriously lawful good?
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen that.
The patron's good.
It's like, how
was raised
seriously are we
lawful good,
talking here, right?
But this city isn't gonna do good things to good people.
So on him, you find a pouch tucked in his vest
Oh,
containing 32 gold pieces and 15 silver pieces.
nice.
He's also wearing 2 gold necklaces and a blackened gold ring with a white pearl set in it. How would you like to divvy up the loot?
It all goes to the glory of former Elturel.
Yeah, right. After the gold and silver, can you say what the pearls were again?
So you had 32 gold pieces, 15 silver pieces,
Mm-hmm.
2 gold necklaces, and a blackened gold ring with a white pearl set in it.
Let's take it all, sell it all, and then split it however many ways after we're done.
You'll have
Yeah,
to
I figure we can go over treasure later. We can kind of just make sure someone's holding it for now, and we'll go. I'm keeping a tally in my notes here.
Do you want me to create a special handout for you guys that you can use to hold party treasure?
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we just give it to the holy man. He probably won't cheat us.
Yeah, he'll probably be fair.
Probably.
Sure, I'll keep it in my notes then.
Here, I just added party treasure. It's under the player characters folder. Show to players. There you go. And it should be editable by all of you. See if
cool.
that's true.
Oh, someone's gonna mess with this. And
Yeah. Make sure only
Yeah.
one of you is doing it at a time. I can restrict access if you want, so only one person can actually mess with it. Your call.
Thanks,
someone
Kevin.
already fucked with it.
What does it say?
I mean, you only can have nice things.
I just threw in the stuff. You know what? I'm assuming Kevin did the balls bit. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Or Schmay, rather. Schmay made the
Well,
balls.
I
now.
deleted Kevin's ball. So.
Good. Yeah. You know what? That's actually a really good idea for all of humanity.
That happened a long time ago.
Wow.
My balls aren't there.
Yikes.
Oh, okay.
Balls.
You know, for kids.
For kids.
Something Christian Minecraft server. Let's move on.
Yep. All right. Having claimed
So we should
that
totally
loot,
take this dude.
is the party of agreed to basically haul him back to the Elf Song Tavern, lock him up in the brig with the flaming fist, yeet him into the harbor with a cannonball around his legs. What are we talking here?
I just said we take him as a
I
trigger.
would recommend we give him to the Flaming Fist to let them sort it.
All right.
That wouldn't get us in favor with Torino though.
And it would also get us a favor with the captain.
Ooh, that's true.
Whose
forgot.
favor do you value, the guild
Uh,
or the fist?
guys, I
Well,
will
wait.
remind you that she wanted him dead, not gone, not captured, not whatever. Dead. I think if we don't kill him, we need to bring him back to her to decide what happens to him.
Yeah, but she's an unlawful, evil, thief type. We have to give her to.
Welcome
into
to
the
Baldur's
authority.
Gate, my friend.
You thievy types here in Baldur's Gate, you low-bred snuffleupaguses are gonna figure yourselves out. But I'm gonna follow the law here. We're gonna take him. We're gonna take him to the law. I recommend the law, but I don't
Well,
mind
that's
stopping by her to show him that we have
We have a vote for the law. That's one vote
The
cast.
law!
Law. One vote cast in favor of the law.
Choke him out and kill him.
One vote for law, one vote for Frag the Kid.
my vote is for bringing him back to Tarina, but secondarily Frag. So like a half vote for Frag.
All right, 2 votes for bringing him back to Tarina, and then 2 votes to Frag, and 1 vote to bring him to the law.
This is getting very complicated.
Yeah, this is very complicated.
No, we're just gonna kill him then, because my half vote was for if it was a tie, I would go with Frag. So.
So the Priest of Life though doesn't like killing him outright.
Oh no,
so...
I meant sorry, I meant bring him back to Tarina.
All right,
yeah,
so we have
I'd say bring him back to Tarina.
2 votes to not kill and 2 votes to possibly kill.
Wait, who was the second vote to not kill?
No, Kevin was turn. We have 1 vote for turn into the police, 1 vote for kill, and 2 to bring back to Tarina.
All right then. You'll go ahead
What?
and sorry, go ahead.
I recommend. I'm cool with bringing her back to Tarina, but then I'd like to take her to the law.
Yeah.
If she's okay with it, that's fine, friend. Here's the thing. I
yeah.
have no qualms. So here's the thing. My character, he wants to uphold the law, but like kind of in the Dark Knight way. I want to make sure that I'm punishing the people who the law won't punish. So I'm all about doing things the right way if possible. But I mean, what gets the results is what I'm really going
We
for.
saw the idea of how Flaming Fist does justice at the gate. Remember, they were beating the hell out of people.
Yeah, that's the whole point. If there's the Flaming Fist beating up people, someone has to beat up the Flaming Fist, or else it's never going to stop. Violence begets
Well, I mean, the
violence.
Flaming Fist is probably going to kill him anyway. That's my point. So if we, I just think we have to at least do our good karma and put him in the right spot.
I mean, he is a pirate. He kind of messed his karma up long ago.
Yeah.
True enough.
Oh, it looks like chat demands blood. Blood for the blood god. We have to feed the 19 god somehow.
But I do think we should bring him back to the guy who
Zodge.
well, I think we should bring him back to Tarina first to show her that we did our part.
Yeah.
All right.
Regardless of whether we kill him or give him to the law or no matter what, like we should at least take him to Tarina.
Okay.
Agreed.
The party
Agreed.
returns to the Elf Song Tavern, a short distance away.
And can we restrain him heavily?
Oh yeah. Do any of
He's
you
also
have rope
beat
or
for
manacles?
consciousness, right?
He's also like coughing up blood, coughing up water, incredibly exhausted, just generally not having a good time.
Oh,
So-
dude, I'm honestly 90% sure I had manacles. Give me a second. Did I write that down?
What kind of kinky shit are
The
you doing?
priest looks him over just to make sure he's not going to die on the walk back. And I also have rope, so.
I have rope as well.
Can you control F in a character sheet? Is that a thing?
I don't think so.
Nope. Yeah, it's not a thing.
Don't be effing the character sheet.
I have chain. I have chain at least, so that's something. But yeah,
Let's
I found
tie
my
him up.
manacles.
All right. So you tie him up with chain or rope or manacles, and you drag him back to the Elf Song Tavern. Where Tarina, the half-elf spy, is...
Oh, before we get there, would you mind, guys? I think we have a bigger bargaining chip here than we know. Not only have we done what she asked, but we've increased her reputation. Now people
Yeah.
who mess with her get their ship burned down and half their crew killed and get taken beaten and bruised into the Elfsong Tavern. I think we have a bigger bargaining chip here than we know, and we can get more out of her than just her consent for the mission.
Here's the thing. I would agree with you on any other day, but she sent us to kill this guy. She didn't mention anything about the ship. I think knowing her kind of character, she's going to see that as a bonus. So with him, I don't think we have anything. If there was something to do with, like, we could have finagled, hey, what if we burn down the ship? Are you going to give us anything extra? I think if we didn't plan it ahead of time, she's going to say, hey, thanks, but, pro bono.
Do we
and all
want
that.
to give it a go, or do we want to just play this straight?
I don't want to. I already kind of messed up with her earlier. I really don't want to tack onto that. I kind of was aggressive.
I'm far more attractive than you, so I could probably do better.
I actually made a pretty good woman, as you recall.
That's true.
I vote to just play it straight, but also keep our options open. If it seems like we could finagle, let's give it a shot. But I don't want to push it too far.
All right, let's get someone who's perceptive to read her reaction when we come in, and
All right, that would actually be insight rather than perception.
okay, that I accept that. I have terrible wisdom, so someone with better wisdom should do that.
You have advantage turned on, good sir.
Sorry.
Quite all right. Give me a
Well-
reroll without advantage.
Okay.
All right. Now, you're gonna present her with the shackled up captain, and you're just trying to. What are you trying to discern from her, Robert?
What her feelings are having him captured,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just dead.
Hmm.
The sight of him, I guess. What is her reaction when she sees him alive, covered in water? And
All right. Well, she's definitely satisfied, and she kind of breaks out into a smirk when she sees him brought in like this. She's taking a little bit of joy out of it after how long he's been hunting her. But at the same time, this does present the possibility that he could escape and return to plague her again. So she's pleased, but not done, not finished, and not satisfied. So she's sort of saying, all right, now what?
We'd like to tell her that his ship has also been sunk.
Mhm.
Half of his crew is dead.
Or sent to the Four Winds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
if you look out this window, you can see the.
There's just smoke and like fire and bubbles in the harbor.
Mate, if I can be so bold, kind of going off of what Umberto was saying, I would like Darius to kind of persuade her and be like, look, you know what? When it came down to this, we were here to help. We did that good information exchange earlier,
Mhm.
and then one good turn deserves another. You know, I paid for your room for a few days. You got a nice setup here. We went along with what you said. Obviously, we were able to do what we promised and more. Maybe you can put in a good word for us or give us a little something something for our troubles. That kind of a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll back
Working
him up on that.
relationship.
I'll
All
back
right.
him up on that.
So add your persuasion. Who has the higher persuasion between the two of you?
I
got a
have
six.
plus
Oh,
5.
I got
Okay.
+4. So let's go ahead and have him do it.
Yep.
Or can I assist him? Is that possible?
Yeah, you're gonna assist him. You're gonna add 4 to.
Wait, no, that's not a 90-20.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
a natty
that's a
20 because it
20.
shows up in green. That is a
+4,
natural
so that's
20.
29, baby.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
I'm playing up the look at what we've done for your reputation. No one's gonna screw with you ever again. Look at this. This guy comes into the tavern. He messes with you. He yells out. He walks away with his tail between his legs, and then it comes back. His ship destroyed, beaten and bruised, and shackled between these guys who've got your back. No one's gonna screw with you. That's worth something.
All right, I respect it. I'll tell you what. I know some folk who run around town, and if they get a word of anything that might be helpful, I'll have them look you up directly. How about? You'll have a little favor, a small favor
That's better than when we started.
that you can call in. No one's
All right,
gonna
yeah.
no one's
I'll
gonna
take it.
put themselves at risk for you, but they'll help you out.
All right. Well, we've got doors that will open to us when we need it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll take it. Anyone else got anything else to say?
No, I think we're.
I'm gonna say, all right.
We got
So
what
we
we
were thinking of taking this guy to Captain Zog, and we think we know what he'll do to him. You got any problem with that?
I want him to I never want to see him again.
All right, team. What do we think?
I think we should go with what Chat was saying and just yeet him into the. You know. I know that you wanna. I know you want to abide by the lolly law, but you know, she wants him dead, and unless we can take him to the Flaming Fist and basically secure an execution, it might be best just to you know, get rid of him so that way he doesn't trouble us down the road and screw things over with her.
Can those of you not interested in capital punishment provide or offer an alternative?
Capital
I
punishment,
hate-
but not ours. As in, we give him to someone else who will kill him.
And yeah, a 25-foot long cage, series of tables, and a ladder.
What?
Using
Well,
just 6 spoons.
For
I'm
what?
gonna take it.
I From what I know, I think we know that our life cleric doesn't want to be the one to kill him, but life cleric doesn't mind if bad things happen to bad people. I know that Umberto wants to do the honorable thing. Darius, either as himself or as Crevane, has no problem with just making sure this guy never sees the light of day again, one way or the other.
Nor I.
I can't actually put my hands on him to kill him, or I don't think I could in
Alright.
terms of my moral code. But if you just slit his throat right now, I would go, oh no, don't do that.
That's kind of what I thought. And
Lawful flexible. So you can either turn him into the authorities, like just give him to the Flaming Fist and say, hey, this is a pirate scum, lock him up, make sure he never sees the light of day, and then forget about it. Or you can murder him quietly out of sight.
hey, mate, quick question: are there
Mhm.
any rewards for turning in those who are pirates and whatnot? Anyone who does those kind of things in and around the waters of Baldur's Gate?
Because we're greedy sluts.
A let me see.
Because I'm always down with turning in a bounty, especially if they do have a bounty on pirates. They're
Mhm.
likely gonna hang them up in front of the port of the
Also-
city, and not in a good way.
If we unhook him and he starts running away, we'd have to kill him to prevent him from doing any more harm. So if he happened to be running away and we shot him in the back, I mean, we gotta make sure he doesn't escape.
I'm down for just breaking his neck. Walk away.
Hey, I'm serious about if anyone does this, I will oh no, but that's about it.
All right, so
I have to advocate by my code. I have to advocate for him going to the law.
Absolutely. So what's the status on that bounty?
Yeah.
I'm actually looking through some I'm looking through to see if there's anyone in the city who might immediately be interested.
I mean, because technically, from what we found out, unless this guy was boasting like a braggart, he had a crew of almost 24 people, it seems, or at least
Mhm.
a dozen and a half. A rather large ship, and he did some kind of score that got him 5 grand. Obviously, this guy should be a little bit of somebody.
Well, and then somebody's trying to save him too.
Yeah.
Here's what you could do.
Okay.
You could arrange to have him locked up in the Sea Tower of Balduron, the headquarters of the Flaming Fist. You have enough sway with the Fist themselves to arrange for him to be stored there as a criminal. You can use, while he's locked up there, you can use that, and it's a pretty secure dungeon, by the way. The lower levels are miserable because it's on this outcropping of rock, and the lower levels are sort of exposed to the water. So like it's dank, it's soaked. It's pretty awful.
Yeah.
And again, you have enough clout that you could get him locked up there. What does it say? Particularly problematic inmates end up in the swimming hole, a flooded and lightless shaft where prisoners must constantly tread water or risk drowning while also fending off the blind, biting shrimp that dwell there.
That's awful.
Basically, if you're a good prisoner, you get kept in the higher levels, and then you get lower and lower as you are a worse prisoner, and the worst ones get locked up in the swimming hole.
Okay.
You have enough clout, you could have him locked up there, and then you can sort of you don't know anyone who would pay a bounty right off, but you could take some time, and the dungeon master could look through his notes while he's locked up there to see if you can get a bounty.
So here's what I'm thinking. I think to appease our more lawful companions, we get him locked up in the most horrible place possible. What we do though is we fish for a bounty. Once we get some of that, we pay half the bounty to have one of the guards just Epstein him in there, and then we'll just be done.
Yikes.
We did the right thing.
Oh shit!
She's
Oh,
happy.
shit.
Whoa! So
Oh,
we did the lawful thing. She's happy. We're happy. We get money. I think everybody gets a really good draw out of this, except
We're
for
irrelevant.
the pirate captain.
Hey, what's your alignment again?
Neutral with a little bit of good.
I am
Yeah.
true neutral.
I'm okay with it. I think, bad things happen to bad people, and the swimming hole's a good place for him.
All right, so
Let's do all that.
so you're gonna hand him off to the Flaming Fist.
Yes.
Specifically Zodge. We want to make sure Zodge knows we were good boys
All right.
and we're working on our quest.
The one-eyed Captain Zodge, he looks at him, he's like, who's this guy? This clown, what does he have to do with anything that's going on? You give him a brief run over of the situation, sort of evaluates it. You can tell he's trying to figure out how to make this play in his favor since it's not directly related to the current job, but he does want to look good in this time of chaos for the Flaming Fist.
And we did just take down an entire ship full of pirates. I mean, that's
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, pirates, they're not the worst problem in Baldur's Gate. Some of them pay for people to look the other way, but this guy didn't have that many friends. They'll do it. They'll lock Zodge will send some of his boys to drag this bastard across the city and lock him up. They're not going to put him in the swimming hole unless you specifically request it.
Yes,
We're
definitely.
requesting it.
Requesting
Oh, he was a
something.
bad guy. I found some journals on this guy that you wouldn't believe. It burned up in the ship, unfortunately, but yeah,
Oh,
no, there
yeah, absolutely.
He was into some weird shit.
Wink. All right. He'll go ahead and drag him off to a horrible, bitey, shrimpy fate.
And poor Robert's having like a mental crisis right
I mean, technically,
Bad
he's
things
going.
happen to bad people, not the end of the world.
He does get a report about the commerce being blocked up by the ship, and he looks at you guys. He says, "I know I said no collateral damage. It's fine. Just try. All right."
We three
Don't worry.
stage it out of there.
This is a one-time thing. All right, we're
Asterisk. This is a one-time asterisk.
Are you guys? I think I lost you. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So my headphones have this slider that I easily bump, and it just goes all the way down.
Wait,
It's
does
all.
that mean he gets an XP if we're muted?
Wait a minute.
That's not how this works.
Are you sure that's not how this works?
That's not how any of this works. Besides, chat could hear you just fine.
All right.
Oh,
All right,
Gormless,
let's
thank you
go.
for the Twitch Prime. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Huzzah!
Hey, I don't know if I mentioned this and I haven't fully implemented it, but I am gonna do the minor acts of God for this show.
Oh
Oh
god.
shit.
Son of
So
Oh,
if we
no.
get 10 subs, I'm gonna roll on the act of God table just to see what happens. It's not all bad stuff, and
It's
uh,
usually
Mostly
all
bad
bad
stuff. Let's be honest here.
and we'll count subs
I've watched Casters and Castles. I know how bad this is.
at.
So hey, here's what I'm thinking, guys. What if we like combine that? So if we get to like 10 of those XP points, we can flip it on the DM. What do you think, chat?
Oh,
Oh my
Drew with the
gosh, are you
5
kidding
gifted
me?
subs. We're up to 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We'll count these towards the main show as well in terms of
The
hitting the
masses
50.
speak.
Thank you
What?
very much, Drew.
What?
And I think someone really wants one of us to get in the shrimpy hole. Because that's what looks like gonna happen here.
Shrimp gang.
Uh-oh.
All right, yeah. So we're at 6. We're at 6 acts of gods for this episode, and we will again total those. We'll run these into the Tuesday show.
Oh, they were so screwed.
And we are 3 out of
Oh.
10 experience points against DM. Just for those of you playing at home.
All right. So we're gonna go over to the bathhouse to have some sexy Turkish bath moments.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
that's
that's
gonna happen.
right.
I'm not an expert.
Oh no, he means with the statuaries that are on the dungeon wall.
Yes,
That's
you did receive a
arrestable
tip
offense.
that
He's
the
got a thing for marble, man. What did I say?
the cult of the Dead 3 is hiding out in this bathhouse.
All right. I like getting. And we have Sneaky Fox. Why don't we get him to do some recon and we get close and he does recon on the area?
Well, keep in
That
mind
sounds
you
good.
haven't had a full rest, and you can pick what day and time you approach. You are supposed to get this quest done within like a week or two, but you have time if you want to rest up.
I
How
think
long
we
has
should
it
do
been
something.
since the Basilisk Gate encounter?
Same day.
I'd say let's get a room in the Elf Song.
Hey, is Tarina staying in the room that we bought her? Because if she's not, if she's free to go, we can just stay in that room. Because I already.
Oh,
put
she's
up-
staying.
Okay, good. Does she want company?
Skip to her
Absolutely
love.
not.
Wow!
Okay,
Wow!
Wow.
I got a favor, and
So
they're like
let's-
prescription.
All right. So the party,
Count.
if everyone's good for it, I need you to drop 2 silver each.
Hey, actually, why can't I just bring them back to my place? I got a pretty good pad up in the upper city.
Oh, that's true.
shit. Yeah,
Oh.
let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So you guys want to head to the upper city?
Yeah, I'm always able to get
Yeah.
Crozan in. These guys look. They're not ruffians. They look legit. We can get them in. That's no
Mm.
problem.
You know, I was about to ask if that was Rosie, the bad, but
Oh,
honestly,
no,
it could
that's
be
fine.
any one of your babbies.
It could
Yeah.
be, yeah. Aw, we got cute babbies, guys. Stream, we got some nice babies. We're dads.
Wow, that is a weird thing to say.
We're guards. We're dads.
We're guards. Ignore the fact that we just put a prison pirate in bad.
In the
yeah,
shrimp
no.
hole.
We're all good dads, trust me.
Not in the shrimp hole.
We get out all of this weird, deep-seated pirate aggression on stream, not at home.
All right. So he leads you through the city, which is still pretty bustling with chaos. Let me see if I can find the manor for.
Oh, and mate, real quick, just while you're prepping that, was Captain Zod, since it was still the same day, was he about near the Basilisk Gate? I don't want to go too far out of our way for this.
Yeah.
But if we had to go nearby anyway, could we just take a quick look and see if those refugees are still okay, just to make sure that they didn't, once we left, continue to just abuse them?
They toned it down a little bit, but they're still not being particularly helpful.
Did they set up that camp like they were intended to do? Did they
Yeah.
do anything?
It's not
Okay,
being
good.
run at the best it possibly could, but it is better than them just getting the
That's
shit
okay.
beat out of them, you know?
Yeah.
We did good, guys. Nice job. See, there was some good Gooby points for us.
Hey, we took a pirate out. Like, I'm down with that Gooby up in this base. Yeah.
Feels
I mean,
gooby.
Yeah, just killing the pirates is good enough for me.
All
for
right.
my goals.
You
Or
pa-
shrimping the pirates.
You pass through the actual gate called Baldur's Gate. The city was named for this gate right here that separates the upper city from the lower city. And there are guards there to make sure that at night only the patriarchs are permitted inside, and all middle-class merchants and just common folk have to leave unless they have
Did
a
you ping
token.
this? Is that
Yeah.
what this was? Right
Yeah,
now?
that is
Good.
Baldur's Gate.
How nice.
It leads into
That's
the
my
city.
favorite gate.
That's my favorite gate. You pass the Wide, which is the vast marketplace, like the fanciest market, one of the fanciest marketplaces in the city.
Nice.
And I don't know where your house is on here. You pass through this area is like all the temples. The High Hall, where the castle where the dukes pass judgment, is right here. And I imagine
I'm thinking we're right here. 'Cause this looks where the Grand Duke would live. This looks like a very protected area.
watch Citadel. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, that'll work. And you're in your normal face. You've got your game face on.
Oh yeah. No. This is Darius. This is not Crevane.
Yeah,
Crevane
this is-
only goes out at night.
This is the
So
sun.
we're early morning after the fire, right? Because
Mhm.
we
I
burned
believe
down the
so.
ship in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Okay,
it's either
so-
super late or like just approaching dawn kind of a thing.
Yeah, and Drew on the chat, I'm hoping there's at least like a Bed Bath and Beyond or something.
They are
because-
working on that in the upper district, along with a Lush, which is right next to a men's shaving club. So,
Actually,
Oh,
I have
God,
been
no.
pushing for that men's shaving club for about 2 years now. It's been really hard to pass. Mostly because my father is really interested in making sure that our military is strong, and I'm telling him, man, we got to work on infrastructure. That's such an important thing.
and the
for a
first
growing
step to
community.
infrastructure is the beards.
Men's shaving, exactly.
All right, so he puts
How
you
the
up.
Vikings did it, man.
My cat yelling at me.
Your cat did what?
My cat is crying because no one is petting her. At this exact moment.
That's why I
She's
have
standing
5
in
cats.
a corner, literally howling like a wolf.
All right, you
Cat and I have a lot in common.
All right, you arrive at the Raven Guard estate, which is incredibly fine. A little bit Spartan in setup because, again, the Grand Duke is a very military man. His house, it's somewhere in this vicinity over here. I'll scroll over this way. I haven't exactly nailed it down on the map, but it's somewhere inside. This is like the citadel where the town guard that protects all the patriarchs, the nobles of the city. So it's either in here or it's somewhere in this row of houses.
Or counterpoint, can our house be just this one little spot right in the middle of
That is a well, and the answer is no.
I
Oh,
know.
Nomads, thank you for the
That's
sub.
where my secret hideout is, at the bottom of this well.
You haven't taken the class feature that gives you a secret hideout.
Ah, dang it.
That said, I do have the stronghold and followers rules. So, when we get there, we get there.
Yes.
We are at 7 out of 10 subs for an act of God.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Dang it.
Hey, Nomads, thank you very much. Appreciate
Indeed. All right, everybody sleeps the night peacefully. Take a long rest.
What'd it do? What
that.
is
And
that?
I suggest to kind of help with our bonding, I think that we need to get a good night's sleep, but we should stay up a couple of hours and share stories of our youth to make sure that we can, really become the band of brothers that we all know we can be.
Great. Everybody share like one interesting fact about your backstory. But
Wait, your parents died? My parents died too.
Wait a minute, your parents died of a weird illness? My parents died of an incredibly weird illness. How coincidental.
This can't be a theme, can it?
And how fortuitous is it that our very own Echofoot is in real life dying of a horrible illness right now?
Oh,
Wow.
thanks, guys.
You do know that you can wait a little bit before your daughter learns to play D&D, right? You don't have to kill yourself off now.
just for the tragic backstory. Yikes.
Well, I mean, like, Darius hadn't gone full Batman yet until Elturel died, so now he's gone full Batman, and we're ready to go. You know.
That's true. That's true. You're worried about the fate of the Grand Overseer of Elturel, your tutor, the one who taught you the celestial mysteries and sort of it told you that you have a grand destiny to bring the light to all of the Sword Coast. Favius Krieg, the Grand Overseer of Elturel, you don't know where he is. If the city is gone, your master may be gone as well.
Well, I must fill out my purpose, and fulfill my goal of bringing the light to Baldur's Gate. And surely that means I'm super important.
Indeed. The night passes. Everyone please refresh your spell slots. If you are a spell preparer, re-prepare your spells. I believe you can prepare spells equal to your class level plus your spellcasting modifier.
#noob.
You don't have to pick spells. You're a warlock.
Mood.
Yeah.
Because,
Warlock, baby.
and again, the thing to remember is that you get like no spell slots, but your spells recharge on a short rest.
Yeah, and I can just.
Mm-hmm.
And then how much health do we heal?
Full health.
Yeah.
If you spent
What
any
do?
hit dice, you get half of those back.
Mood.
Thankfully,
slots
we
do
didn't
I get?
get a chance to do that.
What was that?
So just out of curiosity, if you spend one hit dice,
Mhm.
you get that one back?
Correct. You get half your level in hit dice when you rest,
got it.
not like half your spent.
Minimum one.
Yeah. Now what?
No, if you have D6s, you only get a D3 back. Screw you. Oh, this is good. I can heal now. Thank goodness.
Oh.
Oh, and by the way, just to add a little bit of that fun little nice. Whoa, hello, Upper City. I make sure that before we bed down permanently, I put a shoulder on Robert's, or a hand on Robert's shoulder rather, not my shoulder on his shoulder. I nuzzle up real close, and just give him shoulders, and I tell him how much I appreciate him saving my butt back there. I kind of got a little surprised, haven't seen active combat like that in a long time, so really appreciated him having our back.
Yeah, no problem, you dumbass. Waking
I
everybody
deserved
up.
it. I deserved it. It's fine.
Toxic.
Where's the love?
I put some brief facts about the Upper City up on our player's screen for your educainment. Not super important, but yeah, just a brief description. The Upper City is a place of beauty and splendor where magnificent public sculptures stand alongside historic manors, upscale theaters and boutiques, Bed Bath & Beyond, and tiny stone-walled gardens tucked among the street like hidden jewels. Flowers bloom among the tree-lined streets, ushering away any stray miasma that escapes from the less fortunate quarters below. Silks and velvets, gold braid and mink, water-clear diamonds and luminous pearls, these are common sights in the Upper City, and hardly glimpsed elsewhere except as cheap imitations. There's magical lamplights, there's some enchantments that hold back the fog. Most of the city's major temples are here, and like the temples are incredibly wealthy and well kept. There's fine wine shops and hat shops and jewelers, and everyone cares a great deal about appearances, so the outsides of all the manors are immaculately kept.
Speaking of appearances, can we just take a moment to see that how much this guy's game is on right now? He's really trying to get some. The dude with the golden frills. Yeah, right behind the guard. That guy's
That guy? Yeah.
fashion game is on point.
Unbelievable amounts of swag.
That's my uncle, actually. He's
Those two are gonna
he's known as
smash.
Uncle Swag.
They're gonna smash hard.
Yep.
He actually is a wizard. He has a familiar, It's a little bird that sits on his shoulder and just every now and then looks at the camera and just says, "Let me smash." He's talking about combat, but the people read into it very weird.
Exactly. People will see it however they choose to see it. All right, enough of this. You
Exactly.
awaken in the upper city. You have a lead on the Bathhouse, which is in the lower city, in sort of this district over here, called Heapside. Where will you go, and what will you do?
I recommend we post up in a nearby tavern close to the bathhouse, and we send Sneaky McButt Sneaks as close to watch the bathhouse and give us a lead on who goes in and who comes out.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
So the Ilmater Temple is in Heapside. I'd like to go talk to the people at the temple and see if they've seen anything unusual.
Okay. That is a good touch. Give me one
I
moment.
will join him because I like stuff.
So real quick, are we doing like a bit of a stakeout right now, gathering some information? We're not
Yeah,
going to act
yeah.
immediately, right? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll wait until they're done with their spiritual meeting. I have an idea as well.
All right.
Okay.
The Shrine of the Suffering, this simple stone shrine to Ilmater, god of martyrs and patient endurance, stands in a small, quiet square, the edges of its plaza thick with the pallets and meager belongings of the lower city's homeless population. Here, poor Baldurians can come to receive free meals and enough coppers to pay their way through the city's gates, thanks to the ministrations of Brother Hodges, a strong-heart halfling priest. Supported by donations from all ranks of society and beloved by their community, the halfling cleric and his adult children, Hansen and Sissa, can inevitably be found here, chatting with the city's downtrodden, offering what healing and alms they can.
How long is a short rest?
Short
1
rest
hour.
is 1 hour.
So I have a heal, right?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So I think I will drop 5 copper pieces to help out, and then spend an hour healing people, and then take an hour to rest
Awesome.
and recoup my healing.
All right, so you'll tend the wounded with your magic and with kind words and such. While he's doing that, Robert, Brother Hodges is happy to see you. He's very, very busy these days. What with the murder sprees and the refugees, and it's a very dark time. What do you wish to ask him?
We're in the area looking after some sightings of the three dead gods.
Mm-hmm.
We think they have sort of their underground system is in the area. We'd like to know if they've seen anything unusual or anything that might help us in searching it down and searching for those who are following them.
Got it. Let me see if there's anything that they would know. One moment.
And when you're ready, I will also be gathering information from the crowd that I'm healing to see if anyone has information among the poor folk who I'm talking with.
Okay.
Right.
Give me one moment. I pressed a bad button.
Where's that on the keyboard?
When I'm running things, all the buttons are bad buttons.
The button you're looking for is Alt F4.
Oh. Hold down Control and type water. All right, the minions, they know a thing or two about what's been going on, though they haven't noticed anything in particular about the bathhouse.
Okay.
Here is what they know. The dead three, Bane, Paul, and Mirkul. Bane is a god of tyrants. His followers seek to punish the weak and lavish gifts upon the strong. They are effective leaders in combat. So the followers of Bane are the tactical leaders and strategists of the dead three. They make all their allies more powerful and more efficient in battle. The followers of Baal are blessed by their dark god in shrouds of shadow and murder. Their mere presence makes wounds bleed worse than they would before. They strike fear into the hearts of their victims. The minions of Mirkul have the power to call forth the dead. They like to animate the dead, create undead, and they are masters of lore. There are wizards and necromancers among their ranks. As for the bathhouse, one of them believes that the bathhouse is owned by a very influential patriarch family, but they couldn't tell you which.
Would our good friend Darius maybe have some idea?
That's a distinct possibility. Let me go with what you call it. Kevin.
Was I summoned?
Not just yet. Umberto,
Here.
what else were you doing since you're also at the shrine? None of the rest of you are at the Shrine of the Suffering, right?
As far as I know, I was going to drag Crozan with me to the bathhouse and do some reconnaissance.
Got it. Yeah, we'll get to you in a moment.
Absolutely.
I will be trying to gather information from the homeless, and I was an orphan in the city, so I was of a fairly young age. I'm
Mhm.
probably like 7 or 10 at the oldest. So I kind of know something of the underbelly. I'm not like an expert. So I'm gonna talk to them and see if they've got any information for me while I'm healing.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Wow.
12. All right. First off, I'm
Yes,
gonna actually put the Shrine of the Suffering on the map
Yeah.
for y'all. I believe it's right there. Wait, no, it's right right there.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, some of them are familiar with the people who work at the bathhouse, and the folks who work there seem to be good folk. They're just upright, no funny business, nothing hinky, masseuses and chiropractors and that sort of. So they don't believe that the people who work there have anything to do with any dark dealings going on.
So you're telling me don't burn that thing down?
They also know that the folk who work there have been given strict orders not to hang around the bathhouse after hours.
Mhm.
And the hours are... They're open from dawn to midnight.
So we don't want to show up until after midnight as well.
Yeah.
So that means poor Matt is going to be seeing nothing the entire time until after midnight.
Well, he's in a bathhouse, so he's seeing a lot of something, but
I'll
probably
be
not.
seeing-
Well, old
Yeah,
man
boy.
junk.
Okay, so we'll probably head over to the bathhouse unless there's anything else here that they want to tell us. We'll head over to the bathhouse and talk to Matt.
I agree. Can we take a 1 hour rest before we? Well, it's morning, right?
Yeah, it's morning. You guys have all
Okay,
day.
great. So we'll have plenty of time to recover. So.
All right, so let's go with the rest of you lot. Let's go with Crozan and Darius, since we've done a little bit with Robert and Umberto.
Just FYI, let you know, got a message from Crozan. He's feeling a little under the weather, so he's a bit AFK for a moment. He's going to follow what I'm doing unless it's something just ludicrous.
Copy that.
So my plan was I'm kind of trying to make sure instruct Crozan in the arts of being a little more larcenal than he's used to.
Okay.
He was a barbarian of the wilds, and then he was a really strict guardsman, and now I'm trying to make him a little more, well, just a bit more shady. A bit of a scoundrel. And so what I'd like to do is use my disguise kit, dress us both up to look a little more shabby, a little more like blending into the lower city area. And I just want us to kind of go chill in and around the bathhouse.
Mhm.
Again, kind of show up as like dirty fools, and then, oh yes, we need to cleanse ourselves. I'll bring a little money with me, and then we'll
Mhm.
mostly just spend some time just checking the ins and outs. We're not going to be just glued together. We'll kind of just keep an eye out on things, seeing if we especially notice anyone going in and around or talking about the nymph wall kind of a thing. Just
Okay.
picking up anything that seems to be of use for us.
Give me one moment.
Or, of course, any obvious talk about the Dead Three, or even not obvious talk.
I just
Since
need.
we know the dungeon is here, there's got to be somebody that knows something.
Mhm.
And then after we've done a little bit of investigating, I'd like to do some. If we don't hear anything that really seems like it's giving us what we look for, do a little bit of probing. I don't want to push too hard and make it obvious, but just some basic line of questioning, that kind of thing.
Yeah, when you're doing it, I'm always down for some.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's how you do it, man. The prep work is what makes the whole thing happen.
If you will take a look at your map.
It's not about the heist. It's about preparing for the heist.
Exactly. It's about sending a message.
It's about sending a message.
All right. So if you will consult your map right now, you are outside the bathhouse. This is the front door.
Are we actually all together right now?
No,
I had
you're-
thought it was just
No, you're not.
Frozen.
In fact,
And
I'm going to banish you. Well, I'm going to leave you here just so you can kind of watch, but you aren't actually watching. You know what I mean?
No.
You're not a real
always,
you're not a real boy.
I always let Umberto watch.
Oh my. The bathhouse is a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass windows and clay roof tiles. 10-foot walls enclose a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building. The closed wooden doors, shown here, to the courtyard are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in water.
Yep, that looks walled garden with nymphs carved on the wall. Okay. Is this the only area that we see, if we just take a quick look around, this is the only area where the nymphs are present along the walls?
You may move around. You may not go past here or past here.
Okay.
Actually, let me try something, because I might be able to just prevent that from happening. Restrict movement. There we go. Boing. There, now you shouldn't be able to pierce walls.
Okay. So as I walk this way, and I think we can have Crow's End look the other way,
Mhm.
do we see any more carvings or busts of these nymphs?
No, not around the outside.
Can we go around back, or is it going to stop me?
No, you can go around back. Well, you can't go all the way. And wherever you can like kind of see in, that's not a bug. Those are windows.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
So there's people in there doing their thing,
Mhm.
doing the nasty naughty. Okay, what about back here? Anything going on back here?
It's fairly unadorned from the backside.
Okay, well, I'm going to just kind of do a little... Again, I'm not just like walking around like I'm not being as stealthy as I can, being a little, not just like, hey, what's going on here, buddy?
Roll stealth. It's more about subtlety than about like actual ninja shadow jutsu.
Absolutely. Yeah. Where are we here? Okay, normal and stealth. Abooyah. Okay, now.
Okay, yeah. You're timing your movements with the natural flow of the crowd. You're stopping to pick your nose, and you're being subtle.
But I don't eat it. I flick it off like any normal patriarch would.
Of course.
So really, all we're seeing is this front part is where the nymphs are.
Correct. And kind
Okay.
of going around as you saw the in the windows, there are several different bath areas. There's some natural steam in there. White marble benches with stacks of dry towels. People bathing. Although you couldn't see too well because of the stained glass, so people have privacy. Like,
Absolutely.
you kind of get the gist of what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So based off the notes that I took from Tarina, she had said that it was at a public bathhouse, walled garden with nymphs carved on the wall. There was a secret door leading to a dungeon. Did she kind of give me a hint that I didn't write down here as to where that secret door might have been?
I don't believe so. Give me a moment to consult my notes.
Okay. Just because I was kind of taking a lap slash, like, oh yeah, blah, 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 basic stuff. I didn't write down verbatim what you said. My thought is, depending on if she did or did not, if it's a little bit less obvious. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. What I'm thinking is, considering I've been doing the stealthy look around, what I would like, if he's down for it, Crozan to do would be to kind of approach. He's being a dwarf, he's really good with stonework and all that. If he can kind of appraise these beautiful, especially if I go, oh, look at this wonderful piece, and kind of set him up, it'll look like we're just admiring it when actually he's using his stonework to see if there's anything there that normally would be missed by a normal viewer, but a dwarf would immediately spot as a secret door of some such.
And where is he going to do this inspection?
Crozan, were you back, buddy, or are you still
I
not
am back,
feeling?
yes.
Oh, good. Welcome.
The two of you
So I
are
think-
outside the bathhouse.
I think we have to go inside. Reading this
It's
data here.
it's a public facility, so it should be unlocked.
All right, let's go get Scrub-a-dubbed.
All right, I'm going to magically open the door.
Don't forget to get between your toes.
I thought you were going to say something else entirely.
Oh my. Alright. This L-shaped courtyard features a trimmed lawn and nicely manicured shrubbery. The yard is
Shrubbery.
decorated with white marble benches and stone fountains, each in the form of a smiling nymph tipping a jug that spills water into a circular basin. There's a few, like, I'm not going to put them on the map. There's a few commoners just, you know, milling about, preparing, commoners and merchants milling about, coming to and from the baths, having polite conversations.
I see.
So I have stone cunning. Do the stones whisper?
So I'm thinking now that I know that the nymphs are probably going to be throughout this bathhouse, and they didn't say specifically where. I'm thinking we'll kind of just go about our business, just being just bathhousers. We'll get clean, we'll enjoy, maybe do some light conversation. Again, do what we were saying, kind of spend a couple of hours here picking up what's going on. We already know our compatriots are going to be off being good holy men for a while. So I think what we'll do is just take our time, and then we can have me cover for him using stone cunning and just kind of search, just really basic searches throughout the whole place,
Okay.
We get a spa day and they got to go work.
Exactly. We get a spa day.
Alright, so do you actually want to, like, drop a silver or two for,
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Alright,
And I'll pay for it.
great. Go ahead and drop, let's just say a couple silver for now. I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
I don't have time to look up the actual cost.
Sounds good to me.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Boom. Done, son. And would you like me to roll something to schmooze my way around, or
Yeah,
just
roll
kinda
perception. Or persuasion, rather.
I got that, man.
I mean, it's a public business, so just being able to be here isn't that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, no. Just as part of it, while he's stone cunning, I'm kind of combining, doing like a kind of local gathering
Mhm.
of information while he's doing the real thing. Just seeing if I get any kind of bonus stuff. So here we go.
How does one roll for stone?
Fantastic.
There's people.
Yeah, you're sort of brushed off. People either
I
are
put a bit too
avoiding you.
much dirt in the disguise. They're like, ooh, God, how'd you get in here?
You sir need to be here. Commoners. Yes, quite. All right. Let's quick, because we've been on this for a bit. Let me allow Crozan to make a, like, what areas are you searching? The outer courtyard for starters?
Yes, I would say the outer courtyards.
All right.
And those funky little Ghiblies are telling me something.
All right. Roll a investigation check.
Ooh, that is not going to be good.
All right. You start to inspect the outer courtyard. Koran, let me give you a brief description of the room you're in now.
You mean Crozan?
No, Koran, you just moved all the way into the bath, dude.
You mean Darius?
Darius. Yes. Hey, well, I mean,
changed my name specifically to avoid that.
that's right. That's right. Okay, hold on. Did
Oh, that's right. You didn't change it on this little
on the
dial
token.
thing.
Doink.
Yeah, just for those of you playing at home, I had a real name that was referencing back to some of the older Baldur's Gate games, and we decided to change it because Koran and Crozan, while don't look exactly alike, sound way too similar.
It was causing problems. The walls of this 20-foot-high pillared chamber are adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light streams through stained glass windows, creating colorful patterns on the tiles of polished blue marble that cover the floor. 3 shallow sunken pools contain scintillating perfume-scented water. White marble benches bearing stacks of dry towels are situated near the pools, each of which comes equipped with a pair of brass faucets. There's a number of folks just using the space, bathing, cleaning off the grime and grub of the city, and forgetting their troubles for a little while. There's also 2 rooms for massages. There's a door here and a door here. Let's cut back to Robert and Umberto. What will you two do after spending some time at the Shrine of the Suffering?
Okay, so we spent some time healing folks. We talked with some folks, got a good picture of who goes there in terms of when the shenanigans start at the shrine or
Mhm.
at the bathhouse. I'm satisfied. I think we probably created a rendezvous point
Mhm.
before we went off and did this at a tavern nearby.
Mhm.
So I would say that we should head to the tavern and wait them out, and meet them after they're done with their thing. And Robert, if you agree with that, let me know.
Nope, sounds good.
All right. The nearest tavern is the Blushing Mermaid.
Yeah. So we'll head over there, and I'll get myself a drink.
All right. It is infamous up and down the Sword Coast as the best tavern and inn in Baldur's Gate for those looking to get their teeth kicked in or to kick someone else's in.
Maybe a different tavern.
Yeah.
Well, we've already committed, haven't we?
Yep. Always one spilled drink away from a brawl. The bar is the sort of place most don't visit unless they're well armed or with a lot of friends, preferably both. The place takes its name from the life-sized wooden mermaid hanging above the incongruous reception desk, a dozen blackened and withered hands nailed to its body. Souvenirs left by those who refused to pay their bill. Beyond the Yep.
So I will get a drink,
Mm-hmm.
and I will pay in cash right away.
Okay.
And me being a priest of Ilmater, I'm comfortable here and don't think I'll ever be bothered. So I just hang with him and
All
keep
right.
it safe.
You see a couple like grizzly people look over, they look at him, oh, fancy boy, and then they see a priest of Ilmater and they kind of go, ah.
I was wearing my robes at the shrine,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm probably still wearing them.
Yep. Even in this wretched hive of scum and villainy, they seem to be leaving you alone.
Okay. So how much do I drop for the drink?
How much do you want to drop for drinks?
I'll drop
Don't
like.
get smashed. Do not get smashed, please.
Well, I mean, I asked, hey, what's a dram of whiskey?
One moment, please.
Okay, I think I'm mistaken. I could look it up on Google, but it's more fun to show how dumb I am. What is the volume of a dram?
It's like close to a shot, right?
Okay. Yeah, alright.
All right, so for spirits, it's 5 silver.
1 dram is 1/8 of an ounce.
I knew you would know.
It's not that
Oh,
much.
yeah, that's nowhere near a shot.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
getting pretty poor, but okay.
That's what I thought. I was thinking that's not very
6.
big.
You said 5 silver?
5 silver for spirits.
All right.
Wow, that's a pretty expensive spirit, man. Good luck.
All right.
What bar did you walk into again?
The Blushing Mermaid.
Yeah.
And we said we agreed. We probably would have agreed to have met there already.
It's a
That makes
rendezvous
sense.
point.
I tip him 2 copper. It's not much, but you know, it's a little tip.
All right. He sees the tip and you get another. You get the impression they may have overcharged you, and after the tip, they feel a little guilty. So you get a couple.
Oh, dicks! All right, so I've got 2 drinks. Excellent.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
All right, cool.
Before he's able to drink the second, I grab it from his hand and start downing it.
Okay, never mind. Don't roll a Constitution saving throw.
I want to try to
Thank
take
you.
that from him. I'm gonna roll a dex save to try to grab it before he does. How do I do that?
Roll opposed sleight of hand checks. Click sleight of hand
my.
on your character sheet.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
All right, I have good
tried,
news and
Robert.
I have
You
bad
tried.
news. The good news is Umberto got it. The bad news is Robert spilled it.
Ah!
Both of you roll dexterity saving throws.
Well, that's unfortunate.
How do you roll a dex save? Just type in dex save? Or...
No, it's next to your. It's on your character sheet.
Oh, there
It's
it is. Okay.
well, that's just a dexterity check. If you're proficient in dex saves, you'd get your prof mod on that.
Okay.
I don't believe you are. Yeah, so
As
it's to the right of your ability scores. There's a thing that says saving throws above your
Oh, I
skills.
see it. Yeah.
All
So
right. Well, it ends up.
Ah!
Okay. Yeah, it definitely ends up down Robert's vestments.
Ah.
Meanwhile, at the bathhouse.
And then Berta proceeds to lick it off of Robert's face.
Meanwhile, at the bathhouse.
Speaking of licking.
Hey. We just zoom in on the scene where like Darius is just straight up licking the dirt off of him and looks at camera like cut away.
Record scratch. Go to commercial. All
I
right.
bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yep, that's me.
To find out, we're gonna have to go back 2 weeks.
All right, Darius. We're
Yeah.
taking sort of exploration turns. Generally speaking, what are you looking to accomplish?
Just again, basic information gathering, creating enough of a distraction so that my associate can find the secret door.
All right. Do.
Again, like you said, not really distraction needed, but I want to be the one that people are focusing on, so they're not worried about a dwarf who's doing less bathing and more investigating.
Okay, roll a. Do you want to roll investigation, persuasion, or deception? They all sort of have different
You're
flavors.
talking to me, right?
Yes, you can use one skill to either gather information, create a cover, look for information yourself. What skill do you want to use and how?
I would like, if I can, no, you know what? Let's not make it weird. I want to use deception. I kind of want to make sure that I'm spinning a story. I feel like that's the high risk, high reward, to where if for some reason there are followers of the Dead Three who are here, I want to completely throw them off the trail as much as possible. So that way
Okay.
they don't see somebody who's suspiciously looking in on what's going on here.
Roll deception. Okay.
You know, it's.
You talk a lot.
I'm a little out of practice, you know. Exactly.
It's not like you come across as suspicious, but you don't blend in as well as you would have liked. You know what I mean? You're a little
Absolutely.
more memorable than you would have liked, but you don't know it.
I
Crozan,
have that effect on people.
Crozan, if you're still with us, you can use one skill and go to a location to use it. What do you want to do?
Let's do investigation. That's what I rolled last. Isn't it?
Yep. And where do you want to use it?
And mate, are you having them do this room by room or like square by square?
Room
How's
by
that happen?
room is fine. We're sort of in like larger. You
Yeah,
know.
all investigations here.
Okay. Roll it.
Actually, right here.
All right.
Mate, can you squeeze me right between these two guys right here?
Aren't you already there? Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
All
That's
right.
why
There's a
a little more
completely
memorable than I expected.
there's a completely open tub, and you just plop right there.
That's how you make friends, man.
This is a major violation of Bathhouse protocol. They look
I
at you
started
like
off
you have
shouting
two
across
heads.
the room, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Let me just come to you." And yeah.
You are not making friends today. Crozan, you don't notice anything odd about the stonework here, but you do. It does seem to get a little bit of strange traffic over the walls. Like there's in the bushes, there's broken there's scuff marks on the walls behind the bushes, and there's sort of weird little bits and pieces of trail that seem out of place. But it doesn't seem to focus on the stonework at all.
Huh.
Darius, I'm going to give you another general action. We're not going round by round. It's more like, I want to accomplish this goal.
Absolutely.
So what do you want to do?
Since I'm already making friends and I'm having a really hard time, deceiving, I wanted to just do as much information gathering as possible now that I'm in this position.
Okay.
Seeing if anybody here knows anything or if I can kind of get them to speak up about something. So I'm going to just take the persuasion route, just kind of buddy up to them now that I'm here.
Okay.
What I'm looking for is seeing if anybody kind of a little bit odd has been coming and going. We just had a whole city disappear out of nowhere. Maybe some strangers found their way to our bathhouse, My goodness.
All right, so the two people you just like plopped in with, they're gonna just move.
Yeah. Yep. I get it. Not everyone can handle the
Charmer.
the charm. Yeah, exactly.
Crozan, another general task. What would you like to accomplish?
Figure out what those scuff marks are.
Okay.
What?
Do you have survival?
I can roll it. I have a higher score.
Yeah, roll it.
That is stealth.
That is not survival. You're not really sure. This isn't your forte, You'd be more comfortable focusing on stonework, and all the stone here seems fine, and tracking is not really your forte, so you're not sure what to make of it.
I scratch my beard.
Hey, mate, are there only the 3 people in here with us right now?
Well, there's folks in the massage rooms.
Which ones are those? Oh, like in these doors here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get a massage for 5 silver.
Okay, chat, what's the likelihood that these secret doors are in one of these massage rooms and you have to pay to find it? Because that is getting a little more apparent for me. Unless
Or we could just wait till midnight and then tear the place up.
That might be a nice way to do this, honestly. Burglarize it. Actually, while I'm here, mate, that's not a bad idea. Before I leave, I'm gonna refocus instead of being super distracting, which has been helping so far, I would say.
Mhm.
Can I take a look at the locks on this place and just see if I either can, before I leave, make it a little easier, or at least get an idea of what I'm working with, where we to return after hours?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Oh, goody. Ooh, yeah, all right. Yeah, they look like locks.
Yep. Actually, you can't find any locks.
Well, you know what, guys? This is going to be really easy when we come back because these guys have no idea how to run a business.
All right. Anything else from Crozan and Darius, or do you want to reunite with the party?
I think just before we go, just to see if my hunch is accurate, I'd like to buy my dwarf friend a nice 5 silver massage.
Okay. All right. Crozan, they're gonna go ahead and see you. You can proceed through the north door.
Do they can they make change for a gold?
Yeah, they'll make change for a gold. They'll break a gold.
Okay.
You get a lovely and completely above the table, normal, no hanky business massage from Pramila. Roll a persuasion check, Crozan. If he's still with us. He didn't have to dip, did he?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, he had to dip.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then can I just go ahead and throw one in there for him?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do / roll.
What's his modifier? Do we know?
Leave nothing. Well, let's just see if it matters. We'll
Exactly.
Oh, natural 20 doesn't matter.
All right, great. He gets along fantastic with her.
See, now when I'm rolling for my buddy, it's freaking great. I put in a good word for him.
Mm-hmm.
I said he himself has the finest hands in the land, and maybe when they're done, he can show him what he's all about.
Probably more like Crozan comes in there and it's like, did you see that weird guy walking around being like sitting in other people's baths?
Oh, thank God, someone normal. All right, so you get the following information.
Which one is he in, the top or bottom row?
Top one. Yep. The bathhouse is owned by Duke Thalamra Vanthampur
Oh, I know that name.
and run by her brutish son, Mortlock Vanthampur. She's been given strict orders from Mortlock not to hang out around the bathhouse. She suspects Mortlock is running some sort of shady business on the side, and he's using the establishment as a front to conceal his dark dealings without his mother's knowledge. With a natural 20, she doesn't give away anything, but she does keep peeking back towards that wall.
Oh, shit.
The party is able to reunite outside afterwards, back at the Blushing Mermaid, where as you're going in, you see a guy just fly out through the window, which is not, there's no glass in the window, it's just wooden shutters. You see shards of glass around the edges that have probably been there for years because they haven't bothered repairing the window because people keep getting yeeted into the street. So as Crozan and Darius return to the Blushing Mermaid, someone gets yeeted out with a face full of broken, bloody teeth. He wipes them out, spits out some of his teeth, swears incoherently because he's mostly gumming at this point, and staggers off.
Oh my.
And then he runs as a couple of big burly guys come out. What did you just say about me? I'll have you know I have over 300 confirmed kills.
Uncle Swag has fallen on hard times.
Yep. It happens. All right.
All right. So, I imagine I've only had the one drink and been resting while drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can take a short rest, and then the party can decide how to approach.
My recommendation, folks, is that we go for we go in at midnight. We go in at least quietly, if not full on stealth, if we can manage. And then I think we get some spank. You know that wall that our dwarf friends saw. What do you want to bet they're coming in through that, and not through the front door?
It's very likely.
So why don't we do the same thing?
I mean, if it goes horribly, I didn't find any locks on the front door, but I'm sure there's got to be somewhere. If I can take another look at it, I can get us in.
Your ability to find locks, amazing. Yeah, I'd say let's go in through that back wall.
And what I would like to, I think your plan is perfect. My only amendment would be maybe not exactly midnight. Maybe we find out exactly when the bathhouse closes. Come in a couple of hours afterwards. Midnight seems like
it closes at midnight.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's open from
Okay.
dawn to midnight.
Then never mind. You are correct. I think that's prime time then.
Yeah. And apparently the staff are told to get the hell away and stay away.
Absolutely.
So I think if the team agrees, I think we go in that way.
That sounds good to me. And again, there's some obvious windows here. If we need to, we can either resort to breaking in the lock, or if I can't find it again, we'll just bust in a window and just get.
Isn't that a garden? Can't we just climb the wall?
Yeah, it's a garden.
Oh, well, there you go. Then we're fine.
And that side that Crozin saw, I think, is going to be a way in and out on the back wall.
All right. So what will the party do? When do you move, and how do you approach?
I think we go along. Yeah, I think if we let me go in ahead, just because I've got some pretty boss sneak powers, I can make sure there's no patrols from, what was it, Mortlock's men. And once I've confirmed that, we'll try and go in what we believe would be a secret entrance. If that doesn't work, we can just kip ourselves over and make our way there. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeet.
Sounds good.
All right.
Perhaps we can yeet each other over the wall.
That sounds good. I love it. You want to get a sneak from me, mate?
Yes, roll stealth.
All right.
Wow, what great rolls.
All right. You're pretty stealthy. You do a perimeter check, and you don't notice anybody outside the walls.
Okay, very good.
How would you like
on
to
that
approach?
back side?
Mhm.
I want to head to. Oh gosh, here we go. That spot. It was over here, right? Where where Adam had found that weird. Yeah. Just do a quick search. I'm gonna flag my party over and say, hey, I think this is the spot. There's no one here. Bring them over, and then we'll see if we can find what we believe would be a secret door. If we can't, we'll just kip each other over. I've got a grappling hook, so I can always make sure once Crozan yeets us all over, we'll be able to pull him over as well.
Excellent. All right. So, what are you? So, refresh me. What are you doing on the wall? Are you searching for secret doors?
Yeah, we're searching because he thought
Or
there was
like a ladder over the top, or like an easy
Something,
way
yeah.
to climb. Or
Roll investigation.
Can someone help me with that?
I'm not very smart, but I can try.
What's your modifier?
Robert, are you smart?
Let's go ahead and let's have Robert and Umberto do this. I'm really not the guy for this one.
Do either of you have
I've got
positive
+1.
modifiers?
No.
I've got a +1.
What do you have, Robert? Negative or 0?
0.
Then you will be of no help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you got this, Umberto.
All right. Then swap positions on the map and make the roll.
I'm gonna prep my my grappling hook.
All right. Roll investigation. If there's a secret door, you haven't found it.
Okay,
there-
let's just yeet over.
Is there an easy way to climb over the wall?
It's just a 10-foot wall.
Okay, well then we will do some yeeting.
All right. So are you gonna throw the grapple hook, or are you just gonna try to yeet someone over a 10-foot
Why don't we
wall?
get Sneak Butts to stand on my shoulders and then go over? Because Sneaky can be our first guy in, and if everything's okay, the rest of us follow.
Agreed. Yeah, I have the grappling hook. I'd like to set the grappling hook, stand on his. Unless if it's a east wall, then I'll just get on his shoulders and go up.
It's a 10-foot wall. So like.
Then I'm not even gonna bother with the grappling hook. Then I'll just get on his shoulders and just do an athletics check to jump over.
Do I
Okay.
need to assist him?
Do you have positive to athletics?
+1. But
Okay.
that's just my strength
Roll
mod.
athletics and get a
Probably
+1 on
that.
this. Sorry, go again.
Ass.
Does Robert, do you have a better bonus to
Honestly,
this?
it's a 10-foot wall. You're over.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're fine. So I kip on over, and yeah, let's go
Wow.
ahead. Is there
Alright.
anybody? I'm gonna. Do you want me to stealth again, or we'll use the same stealth we had last time?
We use the same stealth result.
Okay,
And if there's no one there, then set
We're
the
good,
grapple
yeah.
and we'll all go up over.
absolutely. Is there anybody? I'm gonna be stealthily kind of looking around. I don't see anybody. Right?
Mm-hmm. What's your
Okay,
passive
cool, yeah.
perception?
Not good. Like -1.
Yeah, you don't see
No,
anybody.
it's a 10. It's a basic 10.
All right, yeah, you don't see anybody.
I can't go in that door. Is it locked?
Hold on. No, actually, none of the doors are locked.
Is there a force gate preventing me from passing? I'm like just smashing, trying to get through this door. I'm assuming there's nobody there.
Stop.
Okay, stopping. Oh, what the heck? Wait, what?
3 shadowy figures
Ass.
leap from the darkness and attack you.
Alright, can
Okay.
we need to go over the wall.
We gotta yeet.
Everybody roll for initiative.
All right.
You are
Hey,
surprised.
whoa. Okay.
You are surprised. You just barreled yourself in there.
Well, no, I didn't barrel. I'm sneaking.
Yeah. They
So did
spotted
they?
you.
I assume they. Okay, I'm just gonna say I assume they noticed me because.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right.
Actually, hold
So
off on
quick-
initiative. Hold off on initiative. All
Okay.
right. Trash. Okay, now select your token and roll for initiative.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wait. How did
Wow.
Fucking what?
that... Oh, wow.
Alec is asking what your character's intelligence is.
That's my business. And that ain't none of your goddamn business. What my
Spoiler,
business is.
it's a dump stat.
It's not good. Yeah.
But did they really get 0?
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Where are they?
I think you can get a 0 though, can't you?
It is possible if you have a negative.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see them yet, Smee, because you aren't in the room.
Yeah, why didn't he let us climb over before he started exploring? Motherfucker.
Well, because you told me to
Classic
make sure there was no one there for it. That's why.
They got very
Classic
good
Dave.
stealth rolls.
Oh shit, combat music's on.
Okay. Crozan, you have no reason to do anything.
Because I don't know what's going on.
You haven't heard any sounds of violence of any kind. Are you
Alright, but the
Are you
plan-
just waiting on that side, or would you have been climbing over anyways?
We probably would have been waiting because I would have been helping to yeet them over. So
Mhm.
I will.
But
I would-
I think we were planning on going right after him, so, you know, he set the thing and we were gonna go over right after him.
Would you like to help somebody over?
Yes,
Okay, who
Or
would you
like, he
who would you
can-
like to help over the wall?
Yeah.
Robert.
All right, Robert, are you good for me to move you over the wall?
Sure.
All right, up. He uses his turn to move you over the wall.
Woo!
All right, I gotta add some other songs to this. Let's add that. Let me try just playing this whole combat list and play. All right. Great. Their turn. As you approach the door, the secret door, they had 24 on their stealth.
Wow.
They lurk.
Yep, that'll do it.
They lurk through the shadows. Let me just move them with incredible speed. They move at 40. They close in around you and they strike with advantage, which I need to activate.
I'm about to drop again.
You did, motherfucker.
There's a non-zero chance that that is going to happen. Not gonna lie.
You did, motherfucker.
Mistakes were made, and
What's your armor class?
16.
And chat, I think Stupid people don't necessarily do that. Unwise people.
Oh
certainly
my god.
Wow.
Yeah, baby, that's what happens.
Dodge, duck, dive, dip, and dodge.
The Nightblades of Baal turn it, like, surround you with their wicked curved daggers, and you just happen to be like, I could have sworn you're so dumbfounded by the fact that none of these doors are locked that you like duck to search for a lock, and the knives just pass right over your head at that exact moment. Robert, your turn. You still don't know that there's combat
I kind of
happening.
imagine that while we're doing this, I'm like looking around, trying to see people, and every time I look, someone's head pops up and then pops back down when I go back.
All right, Robert, your turn.
Okay. I guess I'll walk around the corner.
Okay,
'Cause, nothing's happening.
Remember that you can, when you pick up your character, you can right-click to sort of drop points, and that way you can use your full movement, or just like sort of steer your movement.
Okay. So I would have been moving slowly. So I would have gotten somewhere to there,
Yeah.
and I assume seen
Yes.
bad things happening.
You see 3 shadowy, cloaked figures all trying to stab the shit out of Darius, who has literally not noticed he's being attacked yet. Because their attacks were so ineffective.
In terms of the movement, how do you make the distance come up while you move?
So
You
pick
hold-
up your guy and then right-click.
Okay, got it.
And then every time you right-click, you sort of leave a waypoint so you can actually track your character. All right, so you cast Sanctuary, and who do you cast it on?
Hold on. I was trying to look up the.
Use the compendium.
I'm doing it. There it is. Yeah, so use Sanctuary on Darius.
All right, who is within 30 feet, right? Yeah. All right, you cast Sanctuary as a bonus action. It lasts for a minute. It does not require concentration. From now on, anybody who wants to attack Darius must roll a wisdom saving throw, or they cannot attack him.
Until I do something offensive to break it.
Yes. If you do anything that attacks any enemy whatsoever.
Yep.
Just continues to dodge. And
Yep.
die.
And that was your bonus action, so you still have 5 more feet of movement and an action. You cannot use your action to cast a spell, but you can use your action to cast a cantrip. Dude, you're so lucky. They would have fragged you.
Yeah, I'm also lucky that I didn't get my perception check when I walked in there, like I asked.
Well, you were wandering around all over.
Hey, just roll one for shits and giggles real quick.
Yeah, let's roll one for shits and giggles. Because it's probably going to be terrible, and then of course this time it's going to be something 19. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they had a 24, so I mean you
They
would have
did.
needed a natural 20, so
Yep.
I don't feel. Go ahead.
But at least I wasn't looking. I was looking.
Sorry, go ahead, Robert.
No problem. So I'll pull out my shield and mace, get ready for combat, and cast light on my holy symbol so it glows and lighting up the area.
Okay,
I'm AFK BRB.
copy. Oh, I've given you light. It doesn't actually have a huge effect yet, but you have light.
Yay.
All right. Next up is.
Oh, and I'll clang on my shield to let everyone know that something's happening.
All right, clang. The rest of the party is now aware that combat is going in. Darius, as you continue to inspect the complete lack of all locks, you realize there's 3 dudes trying to shank you.
Oh, that's not nice. I think not to mess up with my buddy's spell and to make sure that we don't get ganked by anybody else, I'm going to use my bonus action to. Oh, by the way, I can see in that room right now, right?
Yeah,
suppose.
I just fixed that.
Is there an open secret door?
There is not
or-
an open secret door
Okay.
in there.
Just making sure. I'm going to use my roguish cunning action in order to disengage,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to saddle up just right over here next to my buddy Roberto,
Mhm.
and I will take the dodge action to make sure that, of course, at this point, I'm going to draw my rapier and dagger.
Okay, so you cunningly slip between them, these cloaked and cowled murderers, line up with your ally and dodge to give yourself advantage, or give them disadvantage on all attempts to attack you, which they kind of have already, so you're doubly defended.
Yeah, but just in case they take their save, I'm still
No,
set,
for
and
sure.
I'm brandishing my weapons before me. You said they're cowled up. Can we notice? Do they have any? Not that I'm great at noticing things, but what do we look like we're dealing with here? Are these humanoids?
They appear humanoid.
Okay, completely covered in cloaks and all that stuff.
Yes, very ominous slasher sort of, horror
Very
movie murder, like just a dude, but a dude from a horror movie.
Gotcha. I love it.
How about clown masks? Are they wearing clown masks?
They are not wearing clown masks.
And I'm gonna shout over. I know we already clanged, but I'll say, hey, we have visitors. Gents wouldn't mind giving us a hand.
Umberto, you're on the other side of the wall. You are aware of the combat. What do you do?
May I yeet up onto the wall?
Roll an athletics check. You will all automatically succeed. The athletics check will determine how much movement you have left.
Thank you. 2.2 seconds. The horrible sound I heard was not the cat, it was the next door neighbors.
Oh, good.
Yeet.
Oh, yeah. It takes 15 feet of movement. It takes, 15 feet of movement, and you can move into a square of your choice on the other side, and then you'll have 15 feet remaining.
I actually cannot move across the wall because...
Oh, right. Well, I did.
Okay.
But again,
So
you can actually be in any of these 3 squares. Let me draw it on the correct one so chat can see. You can be in any of these 3 squares, and then you have 15 feet of movement remaining.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and... So there's people burglarizing... Whoa, what the heck? Hold on, my
Did you just get
screen-
abducted?
Yeah, my screen just rolled to the side there. Yeah, I'll be here, and I imagine I can see through them, but probably not shoot through them, correct?
Correct. They have cover. You can shoot, but they will get +2 to their armor class.
Okay. What else? What kind of action do I have remaining to me?
You have only used your movement. Any abilities that require an action or a bonus action are still available to you.
What is this? No, that's not useful.
Oh, I don't think you
Um,
you probably haven't picked your invocations unless the character mancer had you pick them.
I believe it did.
Oh.
I've Agonizing Blast and Beguiling Influence.
So Agonizing Blast empowers your Eldritch Blast when you frag people with it.
So more damage. It's pretty decent.
Do I have to call it, or...
I believe
believe
it
it just always
always
happens.
procs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so hopefully that's been active
Yeah,
already.
so all that happens is when you hit someone with Eldritch Blast, I'm going to modify your character sheet to plus your charisma modifier. So now instead of dealing 1d10, you deal 1d10 plus 3.
Awesome.
Very cool.
And
Okay,
let's see what Beguiling
well, then-
Beguiling Influence just gives you proficiency in Deception and Persuasion. Did you have those already?
No.
Great. Then yeah.
Okay, so I will go ahead and take a shot and just see what we can do.
Okay. Click on your Eldritch Blast. Behold, Eldritch Blast.
I'll take blast.
All right, that's a dirty 20 on the hit. So you deal the damage. I'm not sure why it didn't automatically roll the damage. What is that?
I was trying to see if it told us what the damage was, but then it
Mhm.
freaked out and did that.
One of those! Okay, I do...
1d10 plus 3. Hang on, I'm going to tweak your sheet. Auto roll damage. There we go. All right, I fixed it. Just click the Eldritch Blast again. We'll ignore the attack roll, and you'll deal that much damage. You deal 11 points of force damage as it
Nice.
just careens through. And which one did you target?
Oh, that is loud. Hold on.
A searing bolt of light arcs through the bathhouse. The Nightblade screams as it burns into its flesh. Sorry, did you target the one in front or the one in the back? Its corpse bounces against the wall and falls to the ground, silent.
Ooh,
Oh
nice.
shit, one shot?
You one-shot it.
What up?
That's my boy.
Hi, honey.
Nicely done.
Cleric on the streets, but well, in the bathhouse he kills people.
Crozon. Crozon, it's your turn.
Okay, scale the wall.
All right, roll an athletics check.
Oh!
Natty! You only use
Dude.
10 feet of movement, and you may place... I'm going to place you on the other side, but you can be in any of those 3 squares adjacent to each other.
Okay, is there a wall right here? Is that a wall?
That is... Okay, so this is a wall. This is a hard wall right here.
Okay.
So you have to go like that. Yep.
Okay, I see.
Use
So I have
10 feet of
movement.
movement.
And I have. What do I have?
You move
I
at 25. You can use an
So I have 15
action
left.
to move again, which is dash.
Right.
So you
What
and
is
you
your
cannot
range
end your
to
turn
move?
in an ally's square. So
Sure.
if you dash, you can
Wow.
close in. Oh, I need to frag this guy. One sec. Let me make it obvious that he got fragged.
Yeet.
There we
The
go.
front guy. Sorry, the front guy.
Oh, you wanted the front
then,
guy, not the back guy?
Yeah, the front guy.
Well,
And Adam, just because
Yeah.
you had told me last time to give you a heads up in case, just because you haven't played too many barbarians, do you have any javelins? Usually barbarians, if they can't reach the enemy, will open up with a javelin toss and then close into melee the following round.
I do have that.
Just
I
as a
will-
suggestion if you wanted to take that.
1, 2, 3. And who's the dead one? Oh, the one in the front.
yeah, the big X.
All right, I will.
Because you're firing through an ally square, they will have cover. So +2 to their armor class.
Wait, did they get that on mine?
Yeah, but you rolled a dirty 20
Oh, okay.
All right, so I have javelins in my equipment, but I don't have it set up.
as an attack.
Things. Yeah.
Just
so what
roll
should I
roll
use
roll a d20 and we'll add it to your sheet in a moment.
Yeet.
Nice.
17. Yeah, that's a hit. And I'm going to look up the damage on a javelin. The damage is
1d6 plus strength.
Thank you. So roll 1d6 and add your strength modifier. Do you know what that is off the top of your head?
3. So.
All right. So 1d6 plus 3 damage.
Nice.
8 points of damage. A solid hit. Point to the one that you struck again.
Get fragged.
All right. Where did I put his stats? I keep losing his stats. Well,
Have
No,
they-
my stats. I've lost my stats.
my
My
brand.
stats! Has anyone have they set up the alarm yet?
No, they're just trying to murder you.
Yeah.
This is
They're
a murder
silent
cult.
killers.
This is kind of
Had
what they're
their-
into.
They've had their
Indeed.
stats removed. They have no tongues either.
All right, it is their turn.
I must rise onto my lap. and
One
I
moment,
proceed
please.
to eat. Come to me, feline.
This chamber has many windows and one door, which offers you this chilling challenge.
To get fragged.
Woo!
One moment, please. All right,
Hey,
cool.
what's that, mate?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, won't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. All right. The Night Blades of Baal will strike.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see, who's in closest range? There's... Wow, the two of you really have a good thing going with your setup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
It's almost like we've done this before.
Indeed. Well, this one is going to close to point blank range, and this one... They move at 40. They're both going to move up, and they're both going to try to shank Robert. What's your armor class? And you didn't dodge, right?
Correct.
All right, so what's your armor class?
18.
They strike with their daggers.
Yeah, boy.
You reflect them with your shield. That's pretty much it for them. But not for this guy.
Actually,
Oh,
to do something? Wow.
What was that?
Oh, no, this guy. Sorry.
You do not, in fact, get to do something.
Dang
It's
it.
Gorgoth the Destroyer.
It is
Oh,
Gorgoth the
no.
Destroyer. Get wrecked. A wild-eyed man with a long white beard emerges from here, and he
Oh
he has a flail in his hand with a skull
It's
at the end of
Tiberius
it.
Wonderstave. Wait,
It's the golden years.
Indeed, back in the day. And so he reaches out, and dark claws flash through the air of necromantic energy, striking at Robert. He bears the symbol of an enemy god.
Mm.
Ooh.
It strikes true. They rake across your flesh, leaving scar tissue and necrosis in their path. Take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Stupid question. When you guys specify the damage type, is that in case you have resistance against that damage type?
Correct.
Yeah.
Damage types have no in-game
Yeah.
rules. They only, it's just in case there's a special rule. For example, while you are within 5 feet of a Nightblade of Ball, you you have vulnerability to all piercing damage.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
The Shrine of Ilmater actually warned you about this. All right, so who are you going to hit with that Sacred Flame?
Oh, sorry. I didn't think it was my turn yet. I was trying
No,
to...
it's not your turn. It's Robert's turn.
Yes. I was just checking. I was trying to read the spell, but it accidentally fired. So.
Also, Adam, follow up with your question. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing while raged, but that's only those damage types. So if something else hits you, you still take full damage.
Correct. So, Robert, it is your turn. 2 Nightblades of Ball are trying to murder you. One of them is heavily injured from a javelin that struck it. What will you do?
I think my best thing I can do is just hold the line at this point. So I'll go into full defense.
All right, you use your action to dodge. Do you have a bonus action?
Actually, don't know what you can do in this version of bonus actions.
Only so you don't, bonus actions don't have any built-in. What it is some spells and abilities are cast as a bonus action. For example, Sanctuary is cast as a bonus action, meaning that you can still attack or do some other action that requires do something else that takes your action.
Copy.
So unless you have a specific ability, not the case.
No, I'm good.
All right. Seems like my audio stopped working.
I was gonna say, did we mute? Did we get a? Because I was like, that was a bit of a pause.
Not sure what happened. Oh well.
Robert, are you going to be extremely upset if I break your spell by turning into attack mode, or you want me to stay here and defend with you?
No, I'm here to block everything. You kill them all, please.
Perfect. So team, Darius kind of just, well, actually in this form, Crevane the Fox looks back to you and kind of winks, and he's planning on moving in. So I'm going to go ahead and once again, well, I don't need to disengage this time. I would like to roll an acrobatics check to jump over these guys, so that way I can make room for my barbarian friend to step where I was.
Roll an acrobatics check. If you fail, you do not move. And you use half your movement.
Copy that.
You failed to push through their space. You lose half of your movement, but you still have your action.
Okay. Then I'll just go ahead and take a shot on this dude here. I'm going to go ahead and 11 hit points killed it, so I'm going to try and get this guy. I'm pretty sure I can knock him out in one hit.
You don't have advantage, and the Sanctuary of Ilmater is now forfeit.
Yes, it took me a second to realize what you meant. Yes, understandable. All right.
A dirty 20 is a hit, and it is a sneak attack because you are in point blank. You are with an ally.
You're an ally. Yeah,
Add your sneak attack damage.
I need to make a sneak attack thing just so I can click that right afterwards.
It should still be 1d6, right?
Oops. Yep, I forgot the roll part.
/R 1d6.
Yep. All right, 9.
Deal 9 points of damage. He is terribly injured. You have a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm thinking what I'll do is I have that dagger in my left hand. I'm going to go ahead and just take a swing with my dagger and try and finish this guy off.
All right, you can make an extra attack. You will not get your ability score damage on it.
Roger that. I'll attack the one I just hit who had the 9 damage on him.
Roll it. A dirty 20. You strike true, dealing 1 point of damage.
Ooh, unfortunate.
He lives.
All right, I don't want to take an attack opportunity by these guys, so I'm going to hang out right here.
All right. Next up, Umberto, your turn. The 2 Nightblades of Ball are deathly injured.
I hear the guy behind them, but I actually can't see him. If I get close enough to see him, I can hit him with radiant stuff. Would that hurt him if he's a necromancer more than...
You're not sure. It depends on
maybe-
how steeped he is in necromancy. If he's just a guy who practices necromancy, may not do any extra damage.
But he gets no cover bonus if I do it, so I'm going to go ahead and...
Correct, because Sacred Flame is a saving throw, and he doesn't have cover from that.
I'm going to move myself. Right, pick right mouse click, and there we go. Okay, we're good. Now, I still can't see that guy, actually.
Correct. You'd have to go
So-
like here or here. Honestly, your best bet may be to just fight through these guys.
Frag these guys? Okay.
They're both grievously injured.
As a note, we are now in fireball formation, which is not a good
That's
thing.
true.
Wow.
Make a choice, and Crozan, you're on deck.
Hellish Rebuke. How's that work?
If they hit you, you can use a reaction
Got it.
to
okay.
frag them. You don't get it. It's
I'm
not.
going to just Eldritch Blast this asshole.
All right, he has +2 to his armor class. Click the Eldritch Blast.
Let me just mark who I'm shooting with.
That guy. Holy searing light lashes out from your hand. Click the spell, and it blasts into the far wall. And I just almost dragged you across oblivion. Do you do anything else? You could move, and if you have an ability that uses a bonus action, you may use it.
Is anyone particularly hurt? I do have healing.
What ability to heal?
It's called Healing Light, and it uses a bonus action to spend up to 3d6 from your pool to heal a creature within 60 feet.
Does anyone need that healing?
I've
Robert took
taken
5
5
damage so far.
Yeah, so I'm fine for now.
Okay, I'll just hold off, and maybe... is there any value in intimidating these assholes?
That's
Also,
good.
mate, just to clarify, we do not have the finish him rule, right? The homebrew.
Correct.
Good, just making sure.
I'll just end my turn. I'm good.
All right, Crozan, your turn. You can't break through right now.
Right now, but I can pick him up and move him, can I?
One of your allies?
Yes.
If you do that, they'll get an attack of opportunity. As your
Against
guy
me?
gets against the person you move.
Oh. So Robert's still sanctuaried.
Mate, technically, it's always your ruling, but technically, if you force a creature to move without their willing, they don't get attack opportunity. That's to make sure you don't just keep dragging
Right.
people in and out of enemies. And
In
making
that
it
case, I will charge you your action to pick someone up and move them. Meaning you could
because
swap.
if not, we would just grab people and we would drag them across our ally.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so you can swap places with him, but it'll use your action, meaning you won't also be able to attack.
Okay. And is it possible for me to jump over these people?
It's a doorway, like you're fighting through a doorway. If you were in the
So-
open space or like a hallway, sure, but not through a doorway. You can
Okay.
make a javelin attack. They would have a bonus to their armor, or you could ready an action to move in after a spot opens.
Let's do that. Let's ready an action to move him.
All right, you ready your
I'll
action?
make sure to duck out of the way next time.
Two of them, seeing the heavily armed guy versus the not so heavily armed guy, they turn and they try to stab the shit out of Darius. Dirty
Yep,
20.
that'll do it.
It hits.
Mhm.
You take 6 points of piercing damage because
Yep,
you are vulnerable to piercing damage.
I remember that.
Their aura of murder makes cuts. The dagger only touches you a little bit, but you bleed profusely. A spatter of blood comes out of it.
Nice.
The other one
Ah!
also strikes you
Oh
for
my
6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Praise Baal. The Necromite of Mercule, seeing that you are weakened, will lash out with claws of the grave.
I could use that healing now, by the way.
The unearthly claw that he controls like a puppet smashes against you, and you manage to avoid it for now.
Glorious.
Next up, Robert, your turn.
Should I wade into these guys and start having some funsies?
I think so. I think the time for hammer is now.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can kill one of them, we can start getting in there and getting our melee guy into their melee range and meleeing their melee butts.
With melee.
Things.
Yeah, I took a calculated risk. I was going to back out with my disengage, but I figured I needed 2 damage from the dagger, and so literally 1 was...
Yeah.
You had a
made the right call,
75%
but-
chance to drop him, and you didn't.
Yeah, I think you made the right call, but at this point now we need to push
Oh,
in,
absolutely.
spanking butts.
Yeah.
I mean, I could yeet you, but that might hurt you.
Dude, I'm okay for the fastball special. If you want to yeet me into their priest, yeet
Well,
me
it's,
into their
it's Robert's
priest.
turn for now. So what is Robert going to do?
So I will. It's a. You said it was an athletic check to move past them.
It's acrobatics to dodge past them. Athletics and use your action if you're trying to like push them. Acrobatics is like rolling stealth roll. Athletics is just shoving him.
I'll just attack him then.
All right, roll your attack. You strike true. Which one do you want to strike?
The one. That one. All right. My mark.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom. All right. What happens to him?
His head explodes. It's a warhammer.
All
What else
right.
do warhammers do?
There's a sickening crunch and like bone chips and gore ooze through his hood, but you never see his face as he perishes.
Glorious.
Metal F.
That's where the brain juices were.
Tasty.
And then, can I move afterwards?
Yes, you have your full movement available. If you can also move around this guy, but if you leave his threatened space, then you'll trigger an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I'll walk forward around to the other side of him.
That's a valid move. You are now on the other side. Anything else?
The dodge is an
Action.
action.
Correct.
Can I use one more action? Sorry, how many actions?
You get one action and a movement every turn. If you have an
Okay.
ability that takes a bonus action, you can use up to one of them. If you have an ability that uses a reaction, you can use one reaction when it's not your turn. But you don't otherwise get to use bonus actions or reactions. You get one move, one action.
Copy. Okay, then I will face and glare at Mr. Claw Guy.
All right, you glare at him. Next up is Darius. The way is open.
Excelente. Once again, just to see if it works out for me, I'm gonna try and I got my dagger and rapier. I'm gonna try and just swipe this guy with my dagger, see if that works out for me this time.
All right, roll an attack.
This is gonna be again without my. Actually, no. Let's say I'm gonna since the main attack, I'll do that with the bonus damage.
Yeah, I don't think
And
you can make your
that's
first
rapier.
attacks to be your offhand. I'm not sure how that
Yeah.
works.
It's fine. I'm gonna just shank this guy.
And shank him you do. Your knife sinks in.
Glorious.
Looks like you were better at murder than he was. He perishes.
And I am then going to move up into 5, 10, 15, 20. Once again, I've got another 10 feet of movement. I want to try and kip over this guy so that way I can be on the other side of him.
Roll acrobatics.
What is the chance that I'll fail twice in a row?
Pretty good,
I ask you.
but not that good. Go for it.
And I'm going to try and run him through with my rapier.
All right, roll your offhand attack. Normal stats, but no ability modifier if you hit.
And no sneak attack damage.
Correct, but a natural 20 does count.
I'll take it. Boom, boom.
All right.
All right.
Take a shot.
What the
Natural
roll
20.
was.
Take a shot.
The roll was it looks like a 3. So
So
does
3.
6 damage.
Yeah. All right. It's a telling blow as you roll through his square. You shank him real good.
Excellent.
All right. Next up, Umberto, your turn. The necromite of Mirkul is all that remains, as far as you can tell.
Not for long.
What will you do?
I'm gonna get up in there and drop some spank. I can't see the guy right now, but
Yeah, you should be able to move through the door. Even if you can't see into the room, you should be able to move wherever you can see.
all right.
Now you have a clear line on him.
Now, what do we think? Do we think radiant damage or just shoot him with my laser? Listen, I don't know what you're doing, Cat, but stop doing it. Laser?
Your
yeah,
call.
man. Send him to
Alright.
heck with that laser.
Laser!
It blasts right. It goes through the doorway, shattering some of the masonry on the other side.
Alright.
Did you have
What do
any
we
movement
do?
left?
I need healing.
I will take it. I'm down 12 hit points if you
How
got
many?
it.
How many points of your pool do you wish to use?
Actually, I'm gonna move here so that the
Mm-hmm.
dwarf can charge through and get in without a problem. And
Smart.
then I will give you a d6 of my.
All right. So roll 1d6, and on your character sheet you can toggle down. Yep, you already did it. Great. And roll 1d6.
Is slash R or R slash?
Slash R space 1d6.
What up?
Oh,
Nice.
you heal 3 hit points.
I like it.
Prozan, your turn. The Necromite of Mirkul is the only remaining enemy
That's all we can see.
that you can see. What will you do?
Move. Wait, shift.
You can move up to 25 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You step on the corpse of the Nightblade. You have an action. What do you want to do?
I would like to grapple.
All right. Roll an athletics check.
Why don't you hold his head underwater in the bath?
I will attempt to do all of those things.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Okay, let me see what his
Oh!
this evil old man, what his roll is. Oh, he rolled real good.
But not good enough.
Not good enough. You have assumed direct control. You can use your bonus action to throw him, or you can use your bonus action to start making him gargle bathwater.
I'd like to put him prone.
Prone, you
Is that
said?
possible? Yeah.
In the bathwater or just where he is?
This is where he is.
Bath.
Okay.
Put him in
So
the
we
bath.
can all weigh
You
him
Dirty
might
on
be able to
boy.
cast.
He's a dirty boy. Let's put him in the bath.
I am a dirty boy. It is time for me to take a shower.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dr. Archidagonicus blah. All right. So, you now have him basically, you've got him down on the floor in a pin of some sort. He's still able to resist, but he's losing the fight. That is it for your turn. His turn.
Yes, it
He attempts to escape. Roll an opposed athletics check.
He has disadvantage, doesn't he?
Yeah. I got a 6. He used his action to attempt to escape you. He has failed. Robert, it's your turn.
I guess I'll walk up and walk over here and look through the doorway. Make sure nobody else is around.
Go ahead and move yourself.
What are you crying at me for?
Ah.
Are you looking out into like the garden?
Where he came from.
He came from this way. Do you want to open the southern door?
Sure.
All right, that's your movement and an item interaction, which is part of your movement.
I'll defend myself.
So you
from the
still
Fairy darkness.
so and then you're going to use your action to dodge.
Yes.
All right. Anything else? Are you good?
Good.
Darius, your turn. The hostile is being grappled and he's prone.
Oh yeah. I am just going to just take a knee, kneel down next to him, and then just whisper that your god is dead and so are you. And I'm gonna run my blade across his throat, hopefully,
Okay.
actually
Roll
succeeding.
Roll an attack with
Brutal.
advantage.
We don't want to interrogate him. Or
Oh, that's
anything?
right. Oh, what did you want me to save him?
Just
Do you shout
saying.
that out, Robert, before I?
Kill him, man. Freaking kill him. He's a necromancer.
You know what? I'm just gonna. I said it. Next time. Now that I know that you disapprove of me just killing this guy, I'll next time hold my blade.
Add your sneak
Sure.
attack damage. /R 1d6.
Yep. Booyah.
Yep.
That would
The
be a
last thing you
10.
say, your god is dead and so are you. And then you spill his life's blood.
All up into that pool I was sitting in not a few hours ago.
Oh, nasty.
And then I look over to Robert and he goes, "Wait, shouldn't we?" And then I just shrug. Next time. Sorry, man.
Whoopsie!
All right. Let's loot the bodies.
And then dump. And then in true video game fashion, just drag them all in the pool and then just dump them.
Just
Let's pose them as if they're taking a bath.
Well, except for the one missing a head. But yeah.
About sending a message.
especially the one missing a head.
Hey, actually, before we dump them in the water, I would like to take the, again, not in a weird way, take the clothes off of one of the Shadow Slayers and the
Mhm.
priest, so that way I can add it to my disguises.
Okay, add a Nightblade of Baal, spelled Bhaal. I'll put it in chat. That's completely wrong.
Well, one of our Nightblade, or one of our lawful good people is totally okay with it. Alec.
And I'm actually neutral good. I don't mind killing necromancers in general, but interrogation is also useful.
You know,
It's
if you
true.
have to spend a couple of nights seducing them with drugs and flowers, so you get a tour of their facility, so you can shove their face in their own zombie. Sometimes that's how
Honestly,
it happens.
There
I
are
feel like
rules.
our cleric of life is more like a cleric of love because he really knows how to make people feel good.
Yikes! All right, gang.
And he does cure venereal disease frequently.
It's true.
That's lore now. That's lore.
Why?
Because it happened. That's
Dude,
why.
isn't it good to have that kind of magic on hand? Like, that's helpful.
I mean,
Why
It's
male
not that kind
models?
of game, man.
Anyways, moving on. Party,
Not my
let's
good Christian Minecraft server.
All right, having vanquished your foes, they don't seem to have any significant loot on them. Like most 5th edition monsters, the good shit is on named NPCs and in the horde at the bottom of the dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers, much. Jeez.
I'm just setting expectations so we can save time for the rest of forever.
But they do have daggers, right? That I can add to my throwing list of spinning dagger time.
Yeah, sure. You collect 3 extra
Glorious.
daggers.
Perfect.
What will you do?
Let's take 20 and find this damn hole.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, find the nymph.
We have a. Oh, actually, by the way, can someone? I'm down 8 hit points. If someone wouldn't, or 9 hit points. If someone wouldn't mind giving me just a nice
Full
little
heal.
top off.
about-
Yeah,
Priest of Life, maybe?
yeah, that would be
Maybe
nice.
that guy. Maybe that guy can help us out. I've heard he's good with venereal disease too.
All right, so
Yeah, I
what
can
healing
ask
do you
for
want to lay
real
down?
reasons.
Ah! Why, thank you.
We should be able
Nice
to
to
put
roll.
an attack on your character sheet that'll actually roll heals for you.
Well, I should set that up, Um, D8 plus.
Oh.
Nice. And then you also add what 2
Yeah.
hit points to that because of your
Plus 3 plus 2, so 10 total.
Nice.
Alright.
Oh, cool. I'm back to top.
Nice. Very good.
No, I thought it would do my max. I'm just gonna put my max then.
Yep, easy
So
enough.
I thought-
Did you give
I
yourself
thought-
10 hit points?
Well, no, because I just did the regular hit points, but it went over my cap of 20, so I didn't know you could do that. I thought the game capped it at a certain amount, but
Yep.
that's fine. We figured
Nope,
it out.
you can exceed your health. All right, so we have about just shy of an hour left. You have found a secret door.
I would like to proceed safely into the room.
When you
Yeah, we can't go back now.
Yeah, so when Crozan, he's the one who said he wanted to take 20 and find the door. He walks up, he just pushes on the wall, it swings inward. A foul, sewer-like stench greets you. A staircase
nice.
descends
It's
into the darkness,
My college dorm room.
featuring smooth stone steps and brick walls.
Can
Two
confirm.
sputtering torches in wall sconces illuminate the staircase, but the dungeon below is dark. Who will
And
go
chairs.
first?
The person with the highest AC.
Yeah, armored dude.
All right, Crozan, you going in, or Robert? That would be Robert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
Robert
so.
has our highest AC with Crozan
Um,
afterward. And
I
then just-
think Crozan's AFK for a sec.
Copy.
Ah! I flew!
All right, so do you want to send in Crozan out? What do you want the marching order to be?
Yeah, so I guess the question is, are we going to go at all sneaky? Because, Robert, lots of mail, lots of noise.
Not
lots of-
sneaky.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind being 30 feet ahead while stealthed. I can go very slowly to make sure that if I do get ganked, I can be. I don't know, hey, mate. Can you dodge outside of combat, or is that not a thing until you enter combat?
Not until you enter combat. You can't run around with advantage on your.
Yeah,
You
so
have
then
to, you have to know
basically-
someone's going to be swinging.
Yeah, you have
at
to see them,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, that's why I was clarifying. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking I can just, if you guys are cool with it, I can stealth 30 feet ahead in case this happens again. I get into trouble. You guys are right there, or we can just kind of do the, hey, we're in a dungeon. Come find us.
I think at this point, anyone we
Ah.
see will automatically attack us. So
Oh, guys, I can drop the disguise. I can put on the disguise to be an agent of Ball and be stealthing around. Unless someone calls me out, it'll at least give us a second to do the shanky shank. What do you think?
That makes sense to me. I'm okay with that.
All right. Do you wish to disguise yourself?
Yes, I would like to don a disguise to be one of the. Here, let me pull up what the actual name is. Or you already had it down here.
Nightblade
What
of
do you
Ball.
need to help you do that?
Night-bladed ball. Beautiful. Then I will don my night-bladed ball attire.
Ball is life.
Ball is life. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stealth and be 30 feet ahead of everyone, just to make sure I can do a little bit of basic scouting.
All right, just a moment.
Let me know when you'd like that stealth check, if ever.
Are you stealthing or are you deceiving? Like, are you trying to actually sneak, or are you just walking around dressed up as a dude?
Sure, let's do that.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead and. Do you want me to roll a deception check?
Yes.
I would.
And Robert, do you wish to return to the upper
That's
level, or do you want to be down here?
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Great. You will still have to roll new checks when you interact with people, by the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is kind of like my new passive check for now.
Robert, do you want to be down below or up above?
I guess I'll stand at the top of the stairs. Yeah,
What-
waiting for him to move forward.
Okay.
Yep, I will follow behind Robert closely because I am squished.
And as far as I can tell, there's no light down here, huh?
Correct. Any light sources are already built in, thanks to the power of Roll20.
Glorious.
So do you
What is this
have
right here?
That's a corpse. First off, do you have a light source? Do you wish to use it?
Did they have torches on them? So would I
They
be
did not.
just
In
like-
fact, the Shrine of Ilmater told you that the Nightblades of Baal are blessed not only with a shroud of supernatural shadow, but with dark vision.
Then I am not gonna walk around with a torch. That'll blow my cover. So
Okay. Robert
So
is
I
giving
think
off
I have
light. Do you want to banish your light or no?
I guess if it's between not seeing and seeing.
I
Although I
think,
guess the dwarf could see.
yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you
I
fool.
think you're cool as long as I stay like about here, out of your light. I mean, like we'll just only go into. I can still see. It's just like not great. I'll do the pirate thing where I close one eye, let my vision take hold. But anyways, what is this thing right here? Looks like a dead person.
That is a dead person.
Can I investigate this dead person?
Yes.
And I'm assuming, do I not see it? Is this just nothing? This doesn't go anywhere?
It's dark, dude. You can't see. You have no
It's
light
that dark?
source. Yeah.
Like where I can't like see where I'm going out here? Really?
Hold on. Put yourself back. 1 sec.
Because like I'm sure
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
when I walk in around my house at night, I can still see. It's just
Yeah,
not great.
Now you're moving in game as well, and if there's people out there, they will shake the link.
No. I'm just showing Joe that like it looks like just a wall. It's not even like doing the low light.
Yeah. Well,
But I think
that's
he's also counting that.
there's
as
no
in-game.
light source down here. You think it extends beyond that direction, but you cannot see in the dark.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna light a
okay.
torch. Unless
I
anyone-
have light on still. I haven't turned it off yet.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I
that's
guess-
why you can see, because Robert's shield, like if I turned off this, it should go completely dark.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well then, yeah.
Waiting.
I guess we got to do what we got to do then. So.
Yeah.
I figure what we'll do then, just because I don't have any kind of dark vision, is we'll kind of
Yeah.
stay grouped up as a party. When we go down corridors, I'll just kind of head on down and see what I can do. Or we
Mhm.
can put Crozan in the costume, since he actually has dark vision. And he
Yeah.
can send him off ahead. Because that, again, it's
He's
less...
also a dwarf.
Well, yeah, but he's still a medium-sized creature. It's not like he's going to look that out of sorts.
So is anybody
Anyway.
else lighting a light source or no?
If we've got one, I'll hold off.
Yeah, I'm going to just stay near Robert. So
Okay.
if Robert wants to go ahead and come down here so we can kind of see what's going on. I'd still like to know what this is. I wanted to look at it.
Yes, give me 1 moment. So the everything here is hewn from limestone and unlit, unless you see otherwise.
Yep.
The 5-foot corridors throughout the dungeon, so most of the 5-foot corridors you see, have 8-foot high ceilings. Rooms have 9-foot high ceilings. And you are in murky water. So this whole blue area you're standing in, 2 feet deep water. Difficult
nice.
terrain. Foul
nice.
stench.
Robert, can we get you to move to the base of the stairs into the water?
Sure. Let's let the DM finish his description first.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Well, the dungeon master takes a look at his notes, realizes there is no dead dude here, and the dead dude vanishes as reality rewrites itself.
As soon as I kneel down, he disappears, and I go, "Oh, guys, I haven't been drinking, but something." Did anyone else see that?
No,
Yeah.
his body was spawned.
Yeah, it was just there too long. It's an MMO. Come on.
Oh, there was a group that cleared this dungeon before us. So if we can go
Yeah.
quick enough, we'll miss all the mobs. That's awesome.
Exactly. And then you can just wait for the boss that drops the loot you need. Just make sure you
Exactly.
roll greed, not need. All right. So, marching order. Darius, what do you do? I've given you a tiny, tiny light radius.
Okay.
to represent the fact that you can sort of stumble around in the dark.
Yeah. So I mean, if people don't mind what I'm thinking here, without bringing the light too farther down, Crozen, can you just take a quick peek just to see if there's any reason why we should go one way or the other? And then I figure we'll use you as our like long range like scouter in terms of like actually being able to see down here without showing our light. We'll use Robert as our stay close to him as we're moving through. And then if we have a need for me to go stumbling around as a fake guy, we can use that.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
So it should be set up so that Crozan has
Light.
vision that does not share with the rest of you.
Copy that. So he can describe to us
Yes,
if
but
necessary.
Yes.
Do we move him up then?
Yeah, go ahead and move yourself. Whatever you
I
actually
think our
do.
marching order will technically be Crozan, and then myself / Robert, and then Umberto pulling up the rear.
You are sloshing in
And
2 foot deep
as
water.
soon as Crozan entered the room, I can see everything, so it's not doing as intended. I mean, I don't think it's a huge issue because if we were playing
that's
on
fine.
a battle net,
Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it.
Yeah,
Just remember you can't actually see.
absolutely.
Just like a normal Baldur's Gate. He has it.
Exactly.
Everyone has it.
Well, it's odd because I can't see what he can see. So I don't know what. I think they're odd.
Oh,
I
that's
think it's
because
because
the
you
light.
gave me control of him. I
Yeah,
think.
you have to actually. Oh, yeah, it probably is because I gave you control of him.
So take control off, and that'll probably get rid of it for me.
Sweet.
Also, Robert, can you move to the base of the steps?
Yeah.
Did that do it?
Yep, that did it.
Great.
So we are in a square rectangle.
There we go.
2 tunnels south of us. One directly, and one off to the west, south. Which way do we go?
I would assume a dungeon's the straight path would never be the way, but I've been wrong before, so I think we should go.
I also want to 100% the dungeon, so let's go. Let's follow the left.
We
wall.
hug the right wall all the way around.
Sounds good.
Which way is the water flowing?
Good question. It seems to mostly be pooling rather than
Okay.
flowing. Stagnant
Okay.
and gross.
Lovely.
And mate, just to confirm, you did say while in this water, it's difficult terrain, right?
Correct. You move at half speed. We're not in combat rounds, we're in exploration rounds. Just keep that in mind.
Copy that.
Present, what do your dwarf eyes see?
This is a dead-end cell, it looks like.
Probably some secret passages.
Probably. Can I roll? So there's stone, right? Can I make a stone cutting check?
Yes, roll investigation with advantage.
I'm going to actively watch this entrance here and ready, prepare to
Copy that.
shoot laser beams.
I am a bad dwarf.
You have
Can we see
discovered the wall swings open into another flooded corridor connecting the 2 rooms. It is, in fact, a secret door.
Okay, are
Wow,
we coming
Got a
in?
big S.
um.
45 minutes remaining.
Okay,
Let's just power through.
let's go.
Oh, it appears.
Hey, look, a
to be
bloated
something on the
corpse.
ground there.
Hey, all right.
The actual bloated corpse. What's in this corner right here? I can see.
All right. Floating face down in the middle of this flooded room is a bloated corpse of a shirtless male human with knife wounds in his back.
Ooh.
As you do.
That just appears to be a collapsed passageway. Maybe at one point it led upwards, but it is buried under tons of rubble. This is you can use, if you have a week of downtime, you can explore it sort of area.
Ah,
So carry on.
What's the rest of the party doing? Are you keeping pace?
Well, yeah.
yes. I just wanted to take a quick look, make sure this guy is dead. He's not going to rise up as like a zombie.
Roll an investigation or medicine check.
Copy that.
If you want to investigate him, natural 20. He's been dead for 2 days. He was killed
Dead
with
for
2
2
knife
days.
wounds, multiple knife wounds to the back.
And there's no. I know I rolled medicine, but there's nothing on it, right? From my touching
Correct.
around.
He's already been
No
stripped
bags.
of all of his gear.
Very good.
Before you move into the next room, is everyone happy with where they're standing?
Where's the dwarf? Where's?
I'm dead ahead.
Guys, I want to be
Robert,
right
you
here
wanna get
next
to the
to
front?
my buddy.
Well, no, I'm staying back so I don't give away our position too much.
Yeah, the light doesn't spill out.
Okay.
Can
So,
you
no,
guys
I'm not
see his
happy,
light?
but this is where I'd be.
What was that?
I am not happy, but this is where I would be. So
Go, Crozan?
Can everyone else see Roberto's light?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It is set up so all players can see his light, but only you can see what you reveal. So, 3 wooden beams brace the ceiling of this flooded chamber, which features a stone altar covered in entrails in the northeast corner.
Pleasant.
Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot tall steel mask cast in the form of a frowning human skull.
Crozan, does there appear to be anyone in that room with you?
Can I make a check?
Roll perception to scan the room. You don't notice anybody else in this room, and you don't hear anything significant.
There's water. All right. Blindly stumble along.
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
Now,
yeah, we
Crozan,
could
are you trying to be stealthy?
Now that you mention it, but probably not.
All right. Slosh away, and the rest of the party may update their positions accordingly.
Perception check, just listening for noise.
Okay, roll it.
Trying to see if anything's coming our way.
I can't see a damn thing in this basket.
Nope.
Yep. You don't hear
And-
anything.
There's nothing else in this room we were just in, right? There's that rubble down to the bottom. That's not important.
You have not noticed anything else.
I'm gonna drop a perception as well,
Okay?
because I'm spooked. Combine's got me spooked, bro.
And I'm checking out the ceiling as I'm moving, so I have the light.
Got it. You're keeping an eye for lurkers and trappers.
And I'm looking for vampire doors.
All right.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do a perception. I have -1. Well, screw it. I'll roll.
Yeah, no, you haven't detected anything. The rest of them haven't. Crozan, your turn. What will you do?
Scooching forward.
Okay.
Ooh, there's a corridor.
A staircase leads up out of the flooded water. The back wall of this dry alcove, I don't know why it says dry when it's clearly flooded. There's a 5-foot wide, 7-foot tall tapestry. Right here.
Right
Robert,
there.
can we destroy this altar?
Well, I want to identify it, but yes.
Let's
And
identify
Robert,
it.
I think we can have you in this room. It seems that there's nobody in here, so I don't think your light is going to mess with anything.
I'm gonna do knowledge religion on this.
All right, roll
Uh,
it. Actually, let me finish describing what Crozan just found, then I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, so it's hung with a 5-foot wide, 7-foot tall tapestry. It depicts a grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure who is screaming. All right.
Ooh.
So who's up in that room and what are they doing with that altar? Covered in entrails. It's got guts on it.
Knowledge religion.
Roll it.
I did a 10 and Robert got a 16.
This is an offering to Baal, the god of murder. And the steel mask is also meant as an offering to the god of, as a visage of Baal.
Is there any consequence to destroying?
Unknown.
Can I roll for that, or do I just not know?
You just don't know.
Okay.
However,
I'm
the
going
most
to-
surefire way to consecrate an enemy altar is with holy water, or the consecrate spell. Most other things don't take quite well enough.
Just being a jerk.
All right. Nick, do you have that?
I actually don't. I have acid and oil, but no holy water on.
Cravain will turn and
I've got
say,
incense and a holy symbol.
That can be used to perform a rite, but that's going to take a while.
How long?
10 minutes at least.
Are we okay with that, guys?
Cravain turns to Umberto. Maybe best leave the evil altar alone for now.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
let's
gonna
leave
shoot
it
it
alone.
with a laser beam.
You shoot it with a laser beam?
Uh,
All
I
right.
step back from him.
Holy light lashes out at the altar and guts splatter in multiple directions.
yeah, I'm behind a pillar.
You don't notice any other reaction.
I'm gonna shoot a laser beam at the mask on the fence or on the wall.
Roll it.
Oh god, I'm so behind a beam.
It's
Oh,
you hit because it's an inanimate object. You blast it and it falls into the water
That's
Making
noise.
a lot of noise.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Okay.
with a splash.
Ooh, it took.
Before we move on, can I roll a history check to see? I just want, or if you can confirm, is the depiction I'm seeing on the tapestry that Crow's found, is that depicting the previous?
You can't see the
children of-
tapestry very well.
Oh, okay. Well then, never mind.
You're welcome if you move up and have light to investigate it. All right, so are you inspecting the tapestry?
Yes.
All right, and what are you
Do you
trying
have
to
light?
determine?
I want to see if these are the, like when Baldur's Gate was first founded, there were those sons of Baal, the children of Baal,
Yes.
that were trying to become the god.
This is the ball. This is a depiction of the ball spawn killing each other, each trying to become the god. You also notice that there's yellow mold growing around the edges of the tapestry.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's leave that alone.
can we light that on fire?
Probably, but you know.
Knowledge, something, medicine.
Nature.
Not much here.
Untrained.
Natty!
Natty.
Hey.
You seem to recall a story of a brave acolyte of your god who went on a missionary trip, and where the locals, it was disgusting conditions, and he noticed a patch of yellow mold and tried to burn it out, and it shot spores everywhere, and he fucking died.
Okay, we're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Okay, can we get the light down the hallway? Because I can't see shit.
Yeah, let's let our dwarf move ahead and do the
Yeah.
scouting, and then we'll follow up the rear. So let's, why don't we just hang out like kind of near Robert-ish, and then maybe like 20, 30 feet back from our dwarf friend,
Okay.
and then we'll move up.
So
when
I get
necessary.
to die. Is that what you're saying?
No.
You're the
good,
tank.
you're good.
It's your job to die.
I got your
Oh,
back.
no.
Got your
So it
back.
looks like I'm in another hallway. There's
Correct.
doors?
There are 3 doors.
There are 3 doors.
Carved into each of its 3 doors is a depiction of a different god. The east
three
door,
The dead 3.
the dead
Mhm.
3. The east door bears a carving of a tall armored man wearing a bucket helm, not a bucket on his head. His right gauntlet is painted black and clutches a set of shackles. The north door has a depiction of a powerfully built, skull-headed man with long, curved blades where his hands should be. And the south door shows a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. In his skeletal hands, he clutches a screaming human skull.
Nice. We didn't
Uh,
happen to get a description of the dead 3 when we were setting off on this, did we?
Can we
You,
get Robert?
Yeah, we
up
did.
in that room?
a religion check will do it.
Yeah, Robert, can we go into that room, you and I, and let's do religion checks in there.
Okay. Move forward.
I'll watch the rear to make sure no one
Copy.
ganks us while we're.
Alright, I'm gonna do religion on those symbols to try to see if I can identify.
Robert's not
Yeah.
certain. Roll religion, Umberto. You're also
Wow.
not certain. It's definitely the dead 3, but you'd have to piece it together using clues of the depictions to identify which is which.
So who was the one that something about bleeding?
So it's Ball.
Ball is
Or
murder.
murder.
Yeah.
And
Paul
then
is the murderer, so that's the one with the knives.
yeah, the one that starts with M is the necromancer. That's south.
Okay.
That leaves the north one to be the dude who wants power
The
and
dead. Oh no.
The east door has a powerfully, let's see. So the east door has a tall armored man wearing a bucket helm with a gauntlet painted black. His right gauntlet is painted black and he clutches a pair of shackles. The north door has a powerfully built, skull-headed man with long curved blades where his hands should be. The south door has a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. In his skeletal hands, he clutches a screaming human skull.
Necromancer is the south one, right?
yeah.
Hello.
Ball is probably the north one.
Okay.
The
Now,
last one
given
is-
what we know about that, what is does anyone have detect magic?
Yes.
Why don't we drop that, see if these doors are enchanted, and then start smashing faces?
Because I don't have that many spell slots left. First off.
Then do we want to risk it?
I think we can just try one at a time. Have one of us open the door. No one else in the chamber.
Okay.
Just
do
'cause
have-
the heal might be more important than the actual spell, especially.
I
if it
do
turns
have
out that-
danger sense.
Yeah, I'm thinking we can have the barbarian test the doors.
You also have the most HP, so you are the most valuable, the most logical
So-
candidate.
Why don't we all back up out of this room in case it does explode, and then we'll have him test one of the doors and rush in afterward.
All right,
let's
we're gonna
test the
stand
top
behind
one.
the guy that has the nice shield.
Hey, mate,
Yeah.
how tall is the staircase? If we duck down on the stairs, are we going to be like kind of lower than the room there?
Yeah, you'll be lower. You'll be below ground level of the room.
Perfect. That sounds fine. I'll hang out in the very back. We'll all just kind of duck down.
Copy. All right, so you're all taking
I
cover.
will attempt to open that one.
All right, you open the north door. Let me look up doors in the dungeon. It's made of
And it's a
soft.
mimic.
It eats your face. It's made of soft, rotting wood. It doesn't appear to be locked, I don't think. And yeah, the door swings open.
All right, let's cheese it.
Is it covered by door magic?
Door magic.
So we scooch on forward then. Do.
Robert, why don't you go first?
Oh, that's back down to some water.
Yeah, we'll follow you, Robert.
Okay.
Umberto sees the light dwindling in the distance.
No.
Are we getting back into water again?
Yep.
It looks
Yeah.
like.
Splish splash, I was taking a
And
bath.
this was the beginning of the dungeon.
Really?
Yep, this is the beginning of the dungeon.
Oh, good.
All right, so turn back around.
Turn back around.
Turn down for what?
Turn
Do, do, do,
around,
do.
right eye.
All right, I guess
Fancy.
maybe we can just do the east door.
East door it is.
I'm
We're gonna
standing
just duck
back.
down on the yep. Yeah, exactly. Return to the formation. Duck down the stairs.
Assume door. Is everyone in formation?
Yep.
Is Robert safely on the stairs? I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
there we go.
Are we
It
good?
is. 2 sets of stairs that go down into more water.
By the way, for chat, this is the really interesting part where we just dungeon crawl for a while. It's lit, as you can tell.
No, not very well. That's why we need Robert.
Hey!
You see light. There's light coming out from beyond that door, Roseanne. That's not just your dark vision. There's light.
Roll me down.
Where is that? Can you ping that?
Nice. Who am
Oh,
I in?
from that direction. Okay. So I peek my head around.
Hold on. Let me make sure I fix this. One sec. Okay. Yeah. No, it's fixed. Yeah. There's torchlight coming from there.
I don't see.
Do you want to roll
anything.
stealth?
Yes,
There we go.
please.
Now I see something.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Oh!
21.
Nice.
Very clever.
Blackjack.
All right. The
Spooky, spooky.
Hey, since we know there's torchlight coming from this way,
Mhm.
and I might be able to see, should I scout ahead of you since I can, or do you want to go ahead and do it yourself?
You don't have dark vision, do you?
No, but if we see torchlight, that means I might be able to see things.
Oh.
remember when you stack on top of someone else's character, it can make them hard to pull their character out. 30 minutes. We don't have to
Why don't you go
complete.
ahead?
We don't have to complete this dungeon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
So I sneak on ahead then.
Okay.
What's our
Just
time
ever so slightly.
constraint again today?
30 minutes until we're gonna call it a wrap for this episode.
Okay.
Mate, no, I'm not going to follow him right now, but can I just stealth to make sure I can follow him when we're
Yeah.
ready
Roll,
to pull that
roll
trigger?
stealth. Cool. The eastern part of this room is unlit, flooded, and braced with floor-to-ceiling wooden beams. That's what those columns blocking your line of sight are. Rough-hewn steps rise out of the murky water to the western portion of the room, over here, which is dry and lit by 2 torches and sconces that flank a stone altar. Shackled to the wall behind the altar is a sickly man in a loincloth with a burlap
Barbarian
sack
Thunderstick.
over his head. An alcove in the north wall contains a freestanding suit of plate armor, missing its helm. Standing before the altar are 2 grim figures, a powerfully built woman clutching a mace, and an even bigger man wearing a bucket helm. The helmed man
Oh.
is jabbing the prisoner with a spear, causing him to twitch. Both figures are clad in chainmail, and the woman carries a wooden shield with a leering skull painted on it.
I think we found 2 out of 3 here.
I think we did.
We got 30 minutes. What do you guys say we charge in there and save this old man?
Tiberius Wonderstave.
I would say yes. We are still
Yeah.
sneaky. How far can we sneak forward without being noticed?
How far do you dare?
How far do we dare? Well,
I think
Alright,
we
well,
did pretty good. I'm pretty daring that we can both.
I'm gonna
stand behind those
roll
guys.
stealth as if I roll stealth and fail, but
You're
don't
better
come into the
from-
room.
You don't
Well,
get
you-
to
'cause
roll.
you
You shouldn't
don't know.
actually roll stealth until your
Unless
stealth
you're
is
doing it.
challenged. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's not like I put on my stealth hat. Oh, I don't like that hat. I'm gonna put on another stealth hat.
Exactly.
Right,
yeah.
right.
It's like you
So
should
you're
actually
better
just
from
say I
range?
enter stealth, and then every time you encounter an enemy who could spy you, like until they, basically when you enter an enemy's possible detection rate, or the way we should do it, you just say you're in stealth, and as soon as you enter a possible stealth radius, you roll.
Yeah.
So it's your call if you want to try to round the corner or not. Also, Crozan, the deep water makes it noisy. It's difficult to sneak in here. Any further,
Right.
if you want to move further, you're gonna have to roll a new stealth check, and you'll have disadvantage because of the sloshing.
all right, I'm feeling good about it. What do we think, peeps?
I say we just charge.
I
mean,
say move further, but go slow. Take it
Well, I mean, if
easy.
anything, the worst that'll happen if they hear us is we can just charge, right?
Right. So yeah,
let's just-
go for it. See what you can get.
So disadvantage.
Let's
Sneak?
move. Let's make sure. Wait, before we do this, before we call on this, let's move Robert closer, so that way he's within range when we pull the trigger on this. Just like right
Oh.
near where Umberto is, or right in the corner. Their
You-
back is turned, so
You
they
want
already.
to stay here?
Yeah, I'm
and
thinking
turn
right
off your,
about there.
Turn off your shield and stand right there.
I don't think it's a problem because they already have torchlight coming from this way.
But if they see another light source, that's gonna make
It is dark in this side of the room.
Okay.
It'd be pretty obvious.
Are they both facing the prisoner right now?
Mm-hmm.
Risk is minimal.
I think if they see, it's not a big deal. I think we put in there, we do our check. If it goes balls tits up, whatever, we can just charge.
All right, everyone who's going to attempt to move any closer whatsoever must now roll an additional stealth check with disadvantage.
Copy that.
Oh,
Well, roll for initiative.
all right.
10-10. Nice.
Remember, select your dude, then roll.
Well, we need to wait till he puts the thing up.
Oh,
It's up. It's up.
Glorious.
ass.
Where are we? There we are.
Woo!
I
I got a 1!
got a 4.
Mom, get the camcorder.
Everyone in?
Now,
Yep.
mate, despite the, I'm assuming we at least get 1 square closer to alert them of our presence, right?
Yes, everyone moves exactly 1 square closer.
Everyone who's moving.
We all take one step simultaneously. And
They think it's
And
just one really big guy splashing in the water instead of 4 dudes. All right, well, one of my guys rolled a goddamn 1, so there's that.
Yeah, alright.
Spooky, scary, scary.
I don't have that downloaded. I should get that downloaded. So he
You
Um,
can...
get 86 when you.
Mate, since
Yeah.
I'm still dressed up all sneaky like, I want to make sure as we're sneaking through here, again, it's probably not an issue because we're probably going to go before them, but it looks kind of like I'm about to shank Crow's-In, just so that way,
Okay.
you know.
Well, you are going to go first. Crozan, it's your turn. They turn and see you enter the room. They're already armed. They snarl in anger. What do you
I guess
do?
Just rage and bull.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
man.
just
Do
smash
it.
their dick holes out.
We got
Yeah,
27
let's-
minutes to get in there and go
do that.
bananas.
Alright,
Let's do that. I'll
You enter a
I'll
rage?
start a rage.
All right, I need to find a good icon to represent rage.
I yell veiny again.
All right, remember, every square in the water is double movement cost.
Right.
You have 25
Okay.
movement. So it'll take
25
all,
right there.
and going upstairs. Yeah, so that's all your movement. You can dash with the rest of your turn, or you can make a javelin attack. How many javelins do you carry? Like 5.
Well, I mean, they're a weapon. They're not ammunition. So if he picks it up, he's having fun.
Oh, okay. All right, so as long as you
I've-
don't...
yeah.
How many do you have?
4.
Okay, so after you've used 4 in one combat, you're gonna have to start collecting them. But
Sure.
at the end of a combat, you get them back. So, do you want to make a javelin attack?
I would.
All right.
Send shivers down their spine, Mr.
Oh, that
Barbarian.
was a disadvantage.
Yeah, re-roll it as normal.
What's with you and these? Oh!
Which one are you attacking? The one with the big helmet?
And there's one with a shield, right?
The
Correct.
one with the big helmet didn't have a shield, right?
Correct.
I
Let's
think
do
we
that one.
frag Mr. Helmet. Yeah,
He has no shield. He has a big helmet and he has a spear.
chainmail.
Is he the one you want to hit?
Yes, sir.
Was the other one a caster?
We're not sure.
Correct. You are unaware.
Spoiler, it probably is.
We'll find out momentarily.
As soon as they cast something horrible and kill us unceremoniously.
All right. You strike true. Let me just make sure I
guess
know
they're a
which is
murder
which.
cult, so they probably will kill us ceremoniously. But
All right, so the one you attack the lady with the the dude with the spear. You strike. That's the one on top. You strike true. Your javelin deals 9 points of damage. Oh, but you're in a rage, so you deal an additional 2 points of damage. You deal 11 damage.
oh,
Jeez.
It is a solid strike.
Mm.
she smacked.
All right, next up, Darius.
Just because there's a pillar between me and them, am I able to just slide over real quick, just to see like my guy peeking behind a pillar, so I can kind of get a better lay of the land here? Or no?
No, that'll
Okay.
cost you movement.
Okay, just making sure.
You can use
alright.
the pillar for cover though.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are within. That's not fantastic. That one's not much better. And the guy up here, this is Mr. Bucket, right?
Correct.
That's
Okay.
Bucket
Senor
Man,
Bucket.
Shield Lady. This one appears to be associated with Bane. This one appears to be associated with Ball.
Balls.
Actually, they both are associated. They're both associated with Bane. But this guy is Buckethead.
This area over here, is this part that I'm hitting, is that like an altar or something?
Yeah,
Or
there's
is
an
this just-
altar here, and this guy's he's supposed to actually be chained like right directly behind it.
Yeah.
We'll do
Am I
that.
able to stand here without an issue?
Yes.
Oh, I can stand here then, rather.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I am going to dash, moving 60 feet. The first bit is going to be 10, 20, 30, and then 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to try and jump over this guy
Mm-hmm.
with my acrobatics, so I'll move right
All right.
to... Oh, God, what's happening? Oh, the
Wob,
pillar's
wob, wob, wob,
So
wob.
I'll move right to here and then
Mhm.
attempt to jump over to get in the corner so I don't...
Roll
move my
acrobatics.
eyes.
Make sure disadvantage and advantage are turned off.
Yes, just normal. And acrobatics, baby.
Yeah, you
Oh,
vault
shit.
right over their heads, still dressed as a Nightblade of Ball.
Yes.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, no, I won't do that. Never mind. I would say it'd be really cool to like just kill this guy and make him think I'm one of them and then turn on him, but no, that's bad. I have no idea who this guy is. So I'm just going to...
That was your action and your bonus action because of cunning action, right?
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
so you still have an
I am
action
going
left.
I'm gonna use the action to just dodge.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna basically run past him, make sure that I take up a defensive position, and I'm gonna hold my dagger near this guy. I want to try and play up, looking like I'm kind of there to support them. Is what
Okay.
I'm going for.
Roll deception.
Rolling deception, baby. Where are you? There you are.
We'll see. All right. It is time for the lady. She is going to quickly take a look at the two of you. I'm going to let her roll a free wisdom check as a reaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, not as a reaction, just as... She's not buying it.
Unfortunate.
So she's just going to try to frag you.
That's cool.
What's your armor?
Disadvantage because I'm dodging. So
Correct.
16.
Yeah, that's not going to work. She swings her mace to no avail. She's going to move to here as well. Umberto, your turn. Followed by
Alright.
your enemy and then by Robert. Oh my god, Robert, you completely ate it on that. Unlucky.
What's the distance that I can actually go?
You can move 30 feet, but every square of water counts double. So you could do something like that, and that'd be your whole movement. All right.
Okay.
You can use a
I've got
spell.
I've got a line on this guy. So.
Yep.
And does he have cover?
Negative, because of the staircase.
Okay, then I will shoot a laser.
All right, you cast Eldritch Blast.
Daring to go on.
You roll a natural 1. The man tied to the wall screams as it frags him.
Oh no!
He is now unconscious and bleeding.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, America.
All right, it is Yignath, the Iron Consul's turn. He is going to strike at you with his weapon. He has disadvantage. Yeah, he misses.
Yeah, all right.
And he issues an order to Kazira, the Fist of Bane, instructing her to attack again.
Oh my.
Which she fails at.
Woo.
All right.
These are the guys who are good at combat. I remember.
Robert, it's your turn. Remember, movement in the water costs double.
Yeah, and sorry, tool is not working for me.
God, these light sources are like crazy.
Right? So that was
1, 2, 3, 4, and 20, 30.
Yep.
Okay.
You have line of sight to your allies, and you kind of have line of sight. Let me see if I can do corner to corner. Yeah, you have line of sight, but they have cover because of the corner.
Okay.
You can affect your allies, you can affect an enemy.
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame.
And that's a saving throw, correct?
Yeah, it's a cantrip saving throw.
We're all still trying to frag the
dexterity
bucket, man,
saving
right?
throw.
All right, so click the spell.
I wasn't able to fire at Bucket Man, but yeah, we should prioritize Bucket Man.
He doesn't have a line of sight on Bucket Man. He only has a line of sight on the
okay.
other one.
Sorry, I thought you said both. My apologies.
On the lady in the
All right. There was another way you did it where it came out as an attack, I thought. Anyways, the Fist of Bane has tactical discipline, advantage on all ability checks and saving throws made during combat.
Oh,
Wow.
Save, no damage.
Okay.
No joy.
So we're not going to use
Crozon, your turn.
base attacks on this guy.
Let it
15
begin.
minutes. What will you do?
Move forward and wrestle him.
Okay. Roll. You use your action. Roll. Consult the yeet sheet.
Consult the yeet sheet.
The Iron Consul has tactical discipline. Advantage on all ability checks and saving throws made during combat.
I'm enraged and I have advantage though.
Oh,
I rolled a natural 20.
Good God.
Re-roll with your advantage. If you get a natural 20, we'll talk. Otherwise, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Actually, I'm right next to the Iron Champion man, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my lucky to impose a extra dice he has to roll, and I pick the one he uses. So I'm gonna just gently nudge him as he attempts to set himself against my barbarian friend's charge.
Okay. So we're
Please roll another 1d20. He'll take the 14.
All right. The two of you tie.
What?
Because I had 14.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had 22. My apologies.
Nope. Because he re-rolled with the advantage.
Oh, I thought you were having him. Okay.
Would you like to rescind that since you misunderstood the play of the field?
No, it's fine.
It was still worth. All right.
I thought it was 22, but no, that's okay.
All right. You two are locked in grapple. I'm going to give you basically the first half of the yeet rules, where you've picked him up, but you cannot use your bonus action. So basically, the two of you are wrestling now. He still has to roll to out wrestle you, but you cannot yeet him on this turn.
Okay.
Moving right along, Darius, your turn.
This guy's getting wrestled, so I'm gonna shank him.
Roll
And he's within range, so I can sneaky.
with advantage.
In the
Glorious.
butt.
Let's touch this man. Let's touch him with my rapier.
A 17 pierces his chainmail, inflicting 11 points of piercing damage plus sneak attack damage.
I am going to.
He's
roll
hurting.
some sneak attack.
1d6.
Chat is amusing.
So that would be 15 points of damage. And I'm going to make these guys come for me. I'm going to go ahead and use a, what's that one called? Disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move myself just right through here into... What is this thing? What is a star, by the way? What is this star?
What star? Ping it. Oh, that's a set of armor. I described it when you guys first arrived.
Oh,
It's a set of
can
plate mail
I press
armor.
up against it, or is that a not attainable space?
It's difficult. Because, like, there's a suit of armor there, you know?
Would it be difficult? I mean, would it be difficult terrain if I like gonna hide behind the armor, basically?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you roll acrobatics to avoid knocking it over.
That's fine. No,
Roll-
that's totally cool.
Roll acrobatics.
I'm on it. Acrobatic. There we go.
A 10?
Ooh.
Oh shoot, that should have been an advantage. Sorry.
Okay, re-roll it.
Oh gosh.
We've sort of established a precedent now that anytime you roll it wrong, you always re-roll,
You always
regardless
have
of
to
whether it
reroll.
was
No,
good or
that's
bad.
fine. I'm cool with that. 13.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty good, right?
It's okay. You notice that the suit of armor is shackled to the wall.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
And
And I'm just gonna hide behind this armor and
All right.
put myself in the face down position and end my turn.
Yignoth, the
So
Iron
those-
Consul, is definitely bleeding profusely. Next up is Kazira, the Fist of Bane.
Wait, is that who just got stabbed? I thought.
Yeah,
Wait.
no, you stabbed Yignoth, the Iron Consul. The lady is the
Okay.
Fist of Bane, and it's her turn. She's going to attack Crozon. She's going to make her attack as a normal attack. Does a 16 strike you?
Hold on. Sorry.
If so, take 3 points of damage.
16.
You have 16?
I've already class 17, so no.
Oh, then-
Nice! Woo!
damn, okay. No joy. Next up is Umberto. What'll it be, Hotshot?
Alright, let's see. I'm going to switch
10
to
minutes. Robert, you're on deck after bad guys. Plan your
Copy.
move.
Honestly, I think that's probably good enough. Maybe, just to be sure, I'll go here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna find my laser. This guy's hurt, or this guy's
That
hurt?
one's hurt.
The first one,
The
Yeah.
top one.
The top one.
top one.
He has
Can I
cover.
shoot
He's
him?
up. He's upstairs, and he has an ally. One of your allies in the way, so he has cover plus 2 armor class.
Okay.
That one
well,
does
plus
not.
2 I can manage. What do we think, guys? Kill the one, or
I think still frag the buckethead. He'll have probably, because she has a shield, it's basically the same chance to hit either of them. So I would
okay,
just,
I will go ahead and fire at Lord Bucket Helmet.
we'll just frag this
Yeah,
guy. and
that's
try
a
and
hit.
get this over with.
Your
Woo,
Eldritch
nice
Blast
job!
strikes true, inflicting 9 points of force damage. He screams in pain. He's severely injured.
And then, does anyone need to heal?
Not at this time, I don't think, no.
Okay, cool. I'm
All
gonna
right.
strike a heroic pose.
Oh, hold on, Robert. The bad guys go first, then it's your turn.
Oh, no.
Homie's taken like 31 points of damage.
All right. Yignoth is going to... Let's see. He's just going to attack Crozon.
He's like, let me go, you insufferable dwarf.
That's a dirty 20. Take 2 points of damage because you're in rage. And then he yells at Kazira, shoot the spellcaster.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Wait, hold on. That doesn't work. It only works to use their reaction to make a melee attack. So,
Hey!
so Kazira will still
She
move.
Says, I can't. Your spell only works to make me make a melee
Dunk.
attack.
Curse
dwarf.
these rules! Alright, she's gonna rotate around to the other side of you. There's no flanking in my game, but she's just trying to get in a position where she can start fragging the spellcaster. And she's gonna roll her mace. It's an 8, no dice. Crozan resists it with a furious roar. Moving right along. Robert, now it's your turn. 2, 3, that's your movement.
And then Sacred Flame again.
Alright, on which one?
On the wounded one.
The Iron Consul has a special ability called Tactical
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah, we've heard.
You got a 4. What's your DC?
Uh,
While we figure that out, Crozon, it's your turn. Hold on, I'm re-rolling as a
Modifier
normal
plus 3.
roll. He has disadvantage because he's grappled. Re-roll as normal. Failed save.
Yeah,
Roll
all
1d8 damage. 8 points of damage. Holy fire courses through his flesh. He is nearly on the edge of giving up and failing. Crozon, your turn. You still have him grabbed. With an opposed grappling check, you can yeet him as your action.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He has
I yeet
advantage.
him into the lady behind me.
Okay.
Oh.
Whap.
Consult the yeet sheet.
What does the yeet sheet say?
I like your raincoat. I'm gonna beat you with Charles.
Roll
Range
1d6
10,
points
30.
of damage.
Okay.
Since it was a natural 20, does that count as a
No, it
Correct.
doesn't. But
Nope.
it is enough to kill Yignath.
Yeah!
He
Well,
takes.
boom.
They each take half the damage. Kazira not only gets hit for 2 points of damage because they both take half, but has to roll a strength saving throw to avoid falling prone. However, the Fist of Bane has a special ability called Tactical Discipline, which doesn't mean shit. She falls prone.
Hey, Kevin, just so you know, chat said if you had to use your heal on somebody, the guy dying on the ground might be a good target.
Oh, good point.
But
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
see if you want to save it for us. I think we're pretty okay though.
That is.
So is she in the water now?
No, she's
just
on the stairs.
barely?
Yeah. She's. Well, no, she would be. Yeah, no, she'll move backwards into the water. That was. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna roll a death saving throw. He fails one of his death saving throws.
Oh no, he's bleeding out.
All right, Crozen, you just used your action. You can still move. Do you wish to move?
I want to move closer to this lady and I want to choke her down.
Can you do the flying ah and land on her? Like,
You already used your action to do the yeeting
okay.
itself.
The people's elbow. So I will move closer to him and that would be it, right?
Darius,
So I
it's your turn.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and step out of here. So 5, 10, 15, 20 into the water.
All right,
Move up, make an attack roll. She's on the ground, right?
correct. She's prone.
Advantage time.
Advantage.
Get her with one of these.
Yep.
Oh,
Roll your
yeah.
extra sneak attack damage.
oh,
Rolling it. That would be 14.
15 points of damage.
Oh, sorry. Yep, that can't count with the math thing. And since I'm here, I'll go ahead and just swipe with my dagger since it's advantage. I'll
Roll
go ahead
bonus
and-
action with advantage. No. Natural 20. Yeah.
Bad.
She had exactly 5 health left. Blood.
Oh, good. Well, that
she
works.
stops thrashing and blood pools up in the water.
Woo! Ching. Basically, what I do is I just kind of do the nice little kip. I walk past my barbarian friend.
Mm-hmm.
I go ahead and plant my elbow on his shoulder and just whip around and then just land down, both blades striking.
Assassin's
home,
Creed
and then-
style.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very Prince of Persia, Assassin's
Alright.
Creed.
who's gonna heal the dying guy?
It's
How about the
Umberto. It's
priest?
your turn. What do you do?
We can medicine check him. We don't actually have to use a healing spell unless we.
We are
really
in
burn it.
initiative. Umberto, what do you do?
I'm gonna move up here
Mm-hmm.
and cast. Do you think it's gonna die between now and where's its turn on the
Bottom of the
Yes.
round. Their turn is bottom of the round. So
which?
I'm gonna roll another save after Robert's turn.
Okay, so Robert, can you heal him?
Yeah.
All right. I'm actually in that case. I'm gonna stand here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ready an action to laser beam anything coming up that way.
Okay. Robert, your turn.
Or the armor if it starts moving.
Okay. Robert, your turn.
Is there extra movement to go up the stairs?
No.
Okay, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And cast Spare the Dying.
All right.
Cantrip.
Instantly stabilized. And this seems like a good place to leave off our heroes. Rage subsides. The battle is over. Make sure that you marked off one of your rage uses.
Yep.
And that'll do it.
Alrighty.
Good game, everybody. Thank you for playing.
GG. What? Gosh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a lot done.
Yeah,
That was very productive.
absolutely.
We were very on point, gentlemen. Nice work. I am very excited to descend into Avernus with all of you.
It's going to take a few more
Okay.
sessions before we get there, but yes.
Descend into your Avernus. if
I
you
feel
know
like
what I
we're
mean.
just we're sliding into Avernus. We're not quite descending yet.
You're easing your way into Avernus.
Yeah, we're sliding into Avernus's DMs, just testing the waters, seeing how things go.
just a tip.
Whoa.
And only for a second.
All
Alright.
right. Shall we?
Yeah, does anyone
Thank you
remember when our
very
next
much.
game is scheduled?
In December, I believe, midway, as I recall.
Let's see.
And while you're looking that up, I just want to say thank you very much, chat. The subscriptions were really awesome. We're going to be stacking those up so that way one of you guys or multiples of you guys can screw one of us over, or maybe help us. Asterisk, what Gnomes has said.
Yep. So we'll
Not always
stack
bad.
those 7 subs for this campaign for next time, and we'll bank them for. So basically, there's the way that Acts of God work. Every 10 subscriptions, you roll on a table, and there's like a 10 subs, 20 subs, 30 subs, 40 subs table, and then there's the 50 subs. At 50 subs, a special event pre-designed goes off. So for this campaign, we're using the 10 through 40 table, and if I can come up with something good for, like if we get 50 in one session, I'll figure something out. But otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those 7 and bank them for later for this campaign, and bank them towards the big 50 in the Tuesday night
I
campaign.
like it.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that way
Very cool.
everybody sort of has a shot. The next one I see is January 11th.
Oh wow! I thought we had it in December. Never mind.
Yep, that's the one I see.
I don't see a
December's
December.
pretty host for me, anywho.
Yeah,
so that's probably the right call.
I'm going on a cruise. I'm building a fence, so gonna be busy. But
You
yeah,
sound like a boring white dude.
Well, then we'll look forward to it. Yeah, seriously, go get better soon, man.
yep.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
thank you everybody for tuning in to Descent into Avernus, and be sure to watch tomorrow. We're gonna have a one-shot hosted by Doa in his custom campaign setting of the Ashlands, and then this coming Tuesday at 7 o'clock Pacific, we'll be running Casters and Castles One Last Ride. So don't miss it. Bye, everybody.
Take care.